Kickstarter. Hit the like button while the intro plays and stay tuned.
All right, we finally got it working, guys. Welcome to the Comic Book Babble-on. We are using a different platform to try to adjust for some of the issues we were having, but I think we got it all squared away. So, Dustin, we're joined by some awesome guests to talk about a great Kickstarter for the first 30 minutes, and then we're going to continue with the normal Babble-on. So, you want to introduce our guests?
Absolutely. We've got awesome comic book writer Eric Watkins here. He wrote this awesome book we're going to talk about tonight from Broken Icon. And we have a 39-year wrestling legend here, European champion, tag champ, 6-time hardcore champion, Al Snow. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, man.
Give me the time.
Absolutely.
All right, so there is a bit of a delay and some lag and some of the audio and stuff. We're working through that. So, Eric, for you, so quick introduction about yourself. Talk to us a little bit about kind of your background, and then we'll talk about Al for a minute.
Well, I started writing comics back in 2009. Kind of started as a hobby. Went to a local comic shop, and he gave me some tickets to Baltimore Comic-Con. So I got to go out there, and I met with Robert Kirkman back before Robert Kirkman was big Robert Kirkman, and gave me a lot of advice. And I came home and kind of just started doing. I realized really early on, though, that I wasn't big on doing it everybody else's way, so I kind of started the publishing on my own, doing a lot of creator-owned stuff, and then branching off into full publishing and studio creation of different titles.
Right on. So talk to me about your publisher, your publishing company you have. Tell me a little bit about that.
Broken Icon, founded back in 2009. We specialize in horror, science fiction. We do all direct market, mostly graphic novels. Well, we don't do too much with singles. And then obviously now we're branching in, doing the Ballad of Al Snow and Head, and a lot of fun. Man, we have a simple motto: it's no rules, no apologies. We tell the stories that we want to tell, and we don't really, we don't really kind of critique anybody or hold anybody in a box. We kind of let everybody let their creative juices flow, and it's been fun. We've met a lot of great people. We got to travel all over the country, so it's been fantastic.
Awesome. Now, Al, I know you don't really need a big introduction, but everybody kind of knows you. So tell us a little bit about who you are and a little bit about your background, and we'll talk about how you got involved in the comic book.
Well, I'm a former WWE superstar. I've been a professional wrestler for 39 years, but the head trainer for MTV's Tough Enough for 3 seasons, and was on British Boot Camp for Impact Wrestling, and helped direct and produce Gut Check, which was a segment on Impact. And been an executive in wrestling. I've been a wrestler. I've been a commentator. I've been an actor. I've been a magician for the blind. You name it. I've pretty much done it.
Some magic. I can do some magic. Should we show him some magic, Justin?
No magic. No magic. No.
Oh, come on. All right. Fantastic.
You're not even a good magician for the blind, Nick.
Look, it's good enough for my 2-year-old and your 5-year-old. So
I think my 5-year-old's been catching on too, but I'll tell you what, Al, I've really noticed lately, man, looking at your Instagram and stuff, man, it looks like you've probably gotten in the most phenomenal shape of your life recently too, man.
Way that I train, that was one of the biggest things. I changed the way that I train, and I changed my diet a little bit. Sometimes I still go pretty bad. I'm going to eat some pizza right now when we get off the interview.
Right on. So Dustin is a huge fan of wrestling. We all grew up.
Simply adopted the training principles.
Okay.
Oh, I just adopted the training principles of the old time. strongmen, like from the late 1800s, early 1900s, and started like them. So if you want a good example of that, Google George Hackett. He was an old-time wrestler from the early 1900s, was a world champion. And look at how developed and amazing he is in shape.
Okay. That's awesome.
Right on. So we're huge, Dustin grew up as a huge wrestling fan. I was, of course, brought along. We are the two brothers and all of that stuff. So we certainly are a big fan of what you've done for the sport and what you still do. But to carry on and be sensitive to your time, let's talk about this Kickstarter a little bit, right? So, Eric, if you want to kick it off, tell us a little bit about the book, and we'll talk about some of the inspirations and things like that behind it.
Yeah. So the Ballad of Al Snow and Head is legitimately a story that takes place deep inside Al's psyche. So the idea is that every time you read this book, it can be something completely different. The world is completely different every time. And it's literally taken and built through things that he hears and stuff that he's doing in the book. So, like, for instance, if you pay attention to the scenes where he's in real life, things that are said by announcers and fans is what kind of builds him up and puts him as this character inside this book, which is Al Snow, the head of the Job Squad Detective Agency.
Which was an awesome
So,
name, by the way.
thank you. And so the idea was that Al was a hero that nobody wanted and that they just couldn't seem to get rid of. He was solving crimes that weren't really happening, and he was the savior of a group of people that really didn't need any saving whatsoever. It's a super fun story. It's overly comedic, and if you are a fan of Al's, you will see the banter that goes back and forth between him and Head. If you are not familiar, you don't need to be to get this book.
Yeah.
It's a good comedy and it's an entertaining story, and you can get it if you like wrestling or if you don't like wrestling.
Perfect. So
you
Al,
captured the banter between Al, Snow, and Head. I mean, spot on, perfect too. Like it definitely took me back to it was like literally watching, Raw in '99 or something, man. It was spot on.
So
well, that
Al,
was a big.
Go ahead.
That was a big thing when we first wrote the script. I wouldn't move on until Al looked at it. I wanted to make sure it sounded authentic because this wasn't just coming from a writer. This was coming from a fan. Al was my favorite wrestler during the Attitude Era. I liked Stone Cold like everybody else, but I've talked to Al about this. The matches that I remember the most from the late 90s was him and Hardcore Holly in the Mississippi River, him and the Road Dogg on January 4th, 1999. I still remember the date of the match. It was the hardcore match, which he debuted the Fear Me Head.
Yep.
After getting blooded by the Brood the previous week, and he was still wearing the same clothes, and he came and he set the head down and he scurried underneath the Titantron. I still remember that. That was my matches. So this was a book of absolute love towards, my childhood. And what I loved watching in wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember that too, because that was what Road Dogg had the hardcore title, right?
Yep.
And it was the Road Dogg's not really hardcore. He so that match was to put him over as how hardcore is Road Dogg kind of deal. And yeah, I know exactly which match you're talking about.
It's a good match.
So Al, how was it you ended up getting involved in this comic book, and how has it been for you kind of getting involved into the comic book world, right? Is this your first experience? Did you grow up reading comic books? Tell us a little bit about that.
He is Eric, who's a great guy, and we got to talking, and Eric approached me. I was so excited because I'm a voracious reader. I read constantly. I can't stop reading. And I've read every classic novel that you're supposed to read, and I've read the Bible and the Quran, and I haven't read the Torah yet, but when a story that my mother was a bus driver for a high school, and she had brought me to work one day. We didn't have a baby, 3 or 4 years old. Um, um, the Night of the Gods, and it was story book. It had a green cover and it had a rooster on the front for when the cock crows. It was rock, and in the mythos of men and women who have superhuman abilities, or fighting for a cause. And that led, I found the comic books. When I was younger, I was a huge titles, but was very loyal to Marvel. But and then as an adult, because of traveling, because back in that day, we didn't have all these phones, and we didn't have DVDs, and we didn't have anything to keep ourselves occupied while we were on the planes. I would just read. So I started reading, suspense novels like Dean Koontz and Stephen King. And Stephen King drove me nuts, so I just quit reading him. And then fantasy novels, and the problem with the fantasy novels was they usually were, 3-part books, and I would read them faster than they could publish them, and it got frustrating. So I started reading the graphic novels for the comic books back when they were really just graphic novels. They were standalone stories.
Yep.
And I thought to myself, I'm not going to get tied into reading the weekly. I was in Florida, and I met a really good friend who's artist that used to work for CrossGen, and his name was Andy Smith. And Andy kind of got me more into comics, took me over to the CrossGen office, took me through all that kind of stuff. It was really awesome of him. And so I'd reached a point where I couldn't keep, they couldn't keep up with the graphic novels. So I started buying the weeklies every Wednesday, and I think the book that really turned the corner, and I realized that comic book writing was on a different level, was Identity Crisis.
Okay.
With Rags Morales and I forget the other guy that worked on that. I mean, the artwork and the story was great, and then, I started getting into JSA with Jeff Johns, and, Grant Morrison had completely redefined, Batman, the character, the way he should be. And then, Christopher Priest did amazing work on Black Panther when he had his run on Black Panther, and completely the Black Panther you see in the movies is that Black Panther of Christopher Priest. That's the guy. And before that, he was just a guy in a kitty cat suit. It was no definable personality, but he really made a definitive persona for Black Panther, and I thought he did awesome. And then just same with Grant Morrison with the Batman and how they write him now, and everybody's adopted that, and that's and then Brian Michael Bendis comes along, and he literally writes a 7-year story arc, where they manage multiple titles that all have a linear line that will intersect into the same overarching storyline. I just incredible.
Yeah,
Just
100%.
incredible to be able to pull that off, and where you as the reader could go back, and when they reference things, you go, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, that made sense. Just amazing. So I'm a huge fan of the art form of visual storytelling, obviously, because I do it for a living. And I believe that professional wrestling is nothing more than a live action comic book. And I apologize, I've been under the weather. And the to have a comic book of my own and it be its own adventure and it not be solely based on stuff in the ring or around the ring, but in where I go off and interact and do these different adventures. And then Eric and I were talking, and this first one happens in a post-apocalyptic Louisville, Kentucky. But because of the advent of putting it into the fact that it all happens in my mind, the next one could be underwater, the next one after that could be on outer space, and at no point for you, the reader, does it not make sense, because it's like, hey, why is he now out in this situation? Well, it's because it's all happening, mentally, not for real. But it happens in such a way, and Eric did such a good job of seamlessly doing the intro in the beginning of it, to where you kind of it fades and into this other story, and then it fades out of this standalone unique story back into the last little bit that makes you realize that, oh, wait a minute, it all happened in his head, in my head, not Head's head. So, which could possibly happen. I mean, they're the ones that have the illness, not me. So, that gives such creative and artistic freedom to, we could have an adventure in Alice in Wonderland. We could go to Oz.
That would be cool.
We could go. We could be part of the Aliens franchise. We could be a part of Star Wars. I mean, we couldn't call it that because, boy, Lucasfilms does not play around. And if George Lucas is listening, hey man, I'm sorry, I just mentioned it. I didn't say we were going to do it or anything. First one, so don't get bristled up. Jeez, dodged the lightsaber there. Gee, Christmas. But I think it's so cool, and I'm blown away by everybody who has worked on this book. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate the effort and the time and the quality of what turned out, the artwork, the lettering, the inking, the penciling, the everything, the writing. It really is well done. And when Eric sent me like some of the first pages and sent me like some of the first covers, I was just blown away. I was like, wow, this artwork's incredible, because I've always been such a huge fan of like Jim Lee and Alex Ross and even Mike Mignola. I think that the artwork a lot of times helps to contribute to the book itself and the storytelling of the book. Like Hellboy wouldn't be Hellboy without the artwork of Mike Mignola and that dark, shadowy, blocky type of drawing that he does. And that's what really communicates Hellboy. And I think the attention to detail and the artwork really lends itself and makes it, stand out. And I'm hoping that, we can, in character, um, you know, on me and I'd snapped. And I was going to have different heads that represented different emotional states or states of mind with something different written on each head that represented it. One. So like when the Fear Me head comes out, that's where I'm probably even sadistic. cool, So again, I try to character depth as possible so that us as many different avenues and keeps an audience, interested. So it's not when they pick it up just the same, oh, well, here we go. What's he going to do? He's going to fight a villain and he's going to win and yada, yada, yada.
Right. Something different every time.
I want it to be as good as any standalone.
Nope.
Oh, did we lose him?
Okay, he's back.
Lose you guys?
Yeah, just for a second.
Can you all hear him?
There, Justin. Can you?
Nope.
Oh, he's cutting in and out.
Am I losing everybody? Am I losing everybody? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was going good, man.
No worries. Yeah, it was. You were going. Yeah, I was thankful. Can you hear us now? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So, what was the last thing you guys heard?
He was talking about the different heads.
The different heads.
And basically,
The different heads and the depth of character,
Yeah.
and giving you guys an avenue to where when you pick up we can. I want it to be as good a standalone as any regular superhero adventure.
Yep.
It just and for the reader, I want enough character depth to where you're always asking questions and are always interested in what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
So, I'd like to explore some of the darker sides of being psychotic and hearing voices. I mean, I can't be all friendly all the time,
right?
So Eric, one of the things that I was reading through, and Justin, this is a question for you too, because you did work on the book. How was that scenario of writing the comic book and the interactions between Al and Head, right? Because you're basically creating a conversation between two characters, so to speak, but really only one. You're only able to really portray that through one person.
Yeah. As Birch can attest to, a lot of editing. Because sometimes what you put down, it just doesn't sound right. It takes a lot of reading it out loud. I got to the point with this book, and I'm not even kidding. I have probably read this, I would say at least 250 times. Because I was constantly reading it out loud, and then Birch and I were going back and forth and adding and changing things because, and this is where Birch will get my praise forever, the amount of tweaking that you had to do to make it seem like a conversation going back and forth between two people, but there only being one person talking. It took a lot of editing. And it was funny because when I first sent the edits off to him, because it's different when you type it and then when you see it in the lettered version, the first thing I said to Birch was, I am so sorry. Because there was a lot of tweaking. There's a lot of tweaking to make sure that they sound like it's supposed to be him talking to someone and him hearing an audible response, but we're cutting that audible response out for someone else. And there's a lot of interactions where you almost had to write both of them and then just cut the one out. So there was a lot of overwork to cut it out and to get rid of it.
So Justin,
sorry.
Ipso facto, you become an editor.
What's that?
Said so ipso facto, you become an editor.
Well, for the most part, I got most of them right.
He did.
The funny part was, like, it helped knowing, the character of Al Snow. Yeah. So it definitely helped knowing that he was supposed to be talking to a mannequin head. And because when Eric sent me the script, it was just like one giant paragraph.
It was.
And then
that was my bad.
I was like, oh, I know this should definitely be separated, and I want to put a pause in there to make it sound like he's hearing a response back.
And one of the biggest tricks too that I had to stop myself from was, it is super easy to write that way if everything's a question.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean we're not supposed to do this? Why wouldn't we go this way? And while Al rhetorically asks those questions, there's a lot of times that it's so natural that it's just, I'm not doing that. I don't like, eggs. I don't like, and has to be no question to it. So there was a lot of times where, like, I would go through a page and I would have too many questions and I would dump them. And I had to try to figure out a new way to say it because it's easy to do everything as a rhetorical question. It's different when you're actually trying to make it sound natural. So there was a lot of that too. There was a lot of changing because I didn't
having the head initiating. Having the head initiate the conversation and make the statements that I'm responding to.
So because there's points throughout the book where it's not him, it's him responding.
Yeah.
The confrontation is started by head, or the question is started by head, and he's just having to respond to it.
Yeah, there was one point during the when I was reading, I think he was sitting down or just walked through a door or something like that. I'm not going to look much into it, but he goes something to the effect of, "Here we go again," and I'm like, "Who is he?" Oh,
yeah.
I mean, like Justin said, I mean, knowing the character, you know, through Al Snow, like it for me, it read, I mean, just flowed perfectly. I knew exactly what was going on, who was talking. You know, you can kind of pick up on the subcontext of what Head's saying because of the response from Al. And I mean, it was such a fun read. It was so enjoyable. I really enjoyed it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And
I hope people out there understand that, you know, this book is done by fans of comics. It's about a fan of comics who really truly loves them, who really has a knowledge about them, that you know, reads them constantly, that can name artists and can name letterers and can name, you know, inkers and, you know, writers and things like that, because I have really loved to read, you know, comic books and the really good ones. And I really want this to be one of those type of comic books. I want it to be where you as a fan of comics can read it and go, that was good. That was what I wanted to have, you know, what I bought a comic book for, and enjoyed the story.
I definitely think it hits the mark for sure.
100%. And I think it sets up and it lends itself very well for future iterations, right?
Yeah,
future
for sure.
So this is this is a standalone, you know, graphic novel like you mentioned earlier. I think, you know, this hits the mark, but I'm certainly like, okay, we could get 2, 3, 4, 5 more issues and be in the middle of Star Wars.
This would definitely be something I would put on the weekly pull list.
Well, yeah, and it's so episodic that it can be anything any week. You just don't know what it's going to be, and we're specifically like making a goal to not connect stories. It literally is episodic, every single standalone that you can get. It's just the severity of the standalone, like Al's talked about with doing the variations of Head. I already wrote a story with the Fear Me Head in it, and I think it's super fun. And the issue 2 story, I've got it done and ready to go, and it's absolutely ridiculous. It's super good. It makes me laugh just thinking about it.
Quick side story. So like a year ago, no, it was right before COVID started. Eric and I and Nick, who did a bunch of color work on the book, we were in a car. We were driving to a con, and we were just bouncing ideas back and forth off of each other for future issues.
Yep,
that's awesome.
Well, while we were stuck on the road because the road had frozen over, and we were somewhere in Virginia, I think.
We're stuck for an hour for nothing. Nothing. And that's one of the things I love about conventions and stuff like that is like there's been a lot of books that have been written that way where we're on the road. It's kind of a lot like wrestling where there's months where I'm home for 3 days, you know, and then I'm gone in LA for 5 days, and then I'm home for 2 days, and then I'm in Baltimore for 4 days, and then I'm in Salt Lake City for 7 days. And there's times during show season where all it is the creators that are with you, like Birch. I mean, Birch, I think probably the year before COVID, Birch and all the shows we did, I think we did almost 11,000 miles doing shows. We've drove to Kansas City, like we've done the full run through. So I love it. I love the ideas that we can come up with just hanging out in a car, you know, driving in the middle of nowhere.
That's where the best stuff happens, is when you're just driving in a car out.
It does, yeah.
Awesome. All right, so what I want to do now, and again, just being sensitive to time, I want to show the Kickstarter page. So I got it ready to go here, and let's walk through.
Birch, you're giggling a lot.
I'm reading Nick's comments in the chat.
Oh, Nick. Nick is BIC extraordinaire, and there's Nick. We love you, Nick.
All right.
All right, we don't want to go ahead, Nick. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
And guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop those in the chat. And after we go over the Kickstarter and the giveaway, we'll get a couple of questions in before we let these guys go.
And you can ask anyone you want. The only dumb one's the one you don't ask.
It is.
All right, so it is not wanting to give us the ability to share this. Why?
Well, what else could go wrong?
I know. It
This
says
is my fault. It's probably my fault.
no. It says it's sharing the screen, but it's not actually sharing it yet. There we go.
Are we there?
There we go.
There it is.
All right. Perfect.
So the
All
first thing we got here, guys, this trailer here. When you get on the page, you got to watch the trailer. It's absolutely just awesome. Definitely get you jacked up for the book. And as we already talked about, congratulations, these guys already hit the 100% backing for the project, and we still have 11 days to go on this. So make sure you guys check this out. Also, LeMay, thanks for dropping that link in the chat, man. Really appreciate that.
Perfect. And hey, Eric, do you mind if I share this, the trailer and stuff out on some of our other platforms?
Yeah, go right ahead. By all means.
Perfect. Perfect. So what I want to do is kind of scroll through here a little bit and talk about some of the different tiers and things like that. We've kind of spoken about what the story is. It's basically a deep dive into Al Snow's psyche. And it is a double-sized 40-page comic book, guys. So, I mean, you're getting your money's worth. And let's check out, this is what's going to be considered cover A, right? Kind of the
Yep.
cover.
Yeah, this is cover A. This is by Tommy Patterson, who was the artist for Farscape and for Game of Thrones. He is the series artist for the entire project.
Nice. Perfect. So that's awesome. And this one right here, I think, is obviously going to be a fan favorite. I mean, this is
This so far has been the #1 most popular. This is by Rob Dumo, who is one of the original 5 creators for BIC. Great artist, has worked on stuff with Daniel Way, the Soska twins, has worked on Robin Hood for Cinescope. This is a throwback to the old pro wrestling mags of the 80s and 90s. We literally took a favorite issue of ours and we completely revamped it and turned it into this beautiful, beautiful piece of work, threw some wear and tear on it to really make it pop and give it a unique look.
Yeah, that one looks great.
And then this is the Europe cover, the European cover, right?
Yes, this is the Kickstarter exclusive. So this cover is my personal favorite. This is done by Drax Gall, who is an artist out of Mexico City. He's a good friend of mine. This cover is pays homage to Al's run as the European champion. And for those that don't follow wrestling, when Al was the European champion, he would come out dressed up like people he was representing and just completely ridiculous things. And this cover has over 20 Easter eggs of outfits and things from his European championship run.
Right on. Right on. All right. So here's a look at some of the interior artwork. And like we've discussed, I mean, this stuff is awesome. It lends itself very well to the story. The lettering, I mean, just is perfect. Isn't it, Dustin?
It's okay. I mean, I wouldn't say perfect.
Gotta give
You know, I can't give Justin too much credit.
I got kids.
we all got kids. We don't want to hear it.
Right. So again, I love this scene right here with the red.
That whole sequence is so good, and we intentionally left a lot of the context. You guys have obviously read the book. That whole sequence is just beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. All right, so we'll scroll through some of them. This one was awesome too. It legitimately is a very good story, very humorous. But all right, so here's some of the backing tiers and kind of what you guys can expect. So you have the standard cover here. which we showed earlier. Then the retro cover for 15, and then of course you have the European cover for 20. So, and then each copy is going to be, so it says here the European cover is going to come with an autograph.
Yes,
right?
the European cover is a special. You get the European cover for a lower price. It comes already signed by Al.
Perfect. And then, of course, a fan favorite. I know a ton of people love the sketch covers.
Yes.
So that's an awesome piece to throw in there. And I love that logo design too. Who did that? Was that something you did? Or was it something?
That's Nick Wentland. That is the one troll in our chat. That is Nick that did that logo extraordinary. Man of many talents.
Perfect.
He also helped do the music in the trailer. Nick was in a signed metal band that toured all over the world. So Nick is a phenomenal musician. He lent his hands with another musician of his. The credits are in the back of the trailer if you guys want to know the names of everybody who wrote the music.
Okay, perfect.
And more importantly, Nick is just a good dude.
He's a good dude.
I appreciate
Good
that.
dude.
No, not you, Nick. The other Nick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then of course we have, this is all 3 covers for $60.
Yep. All signed.
And all of them are going to be signed. So what I'd like to do, guys, is so Dustin and I generally, when we have somebody on to talk about a Kickstarter of a comic, we always do a giveaway, right? Just show support. And so what we'd like to do is, this is the tier we're going to give away one. So if you want to be entered in, just go to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is. Use the hashtag #AlSnowComic and post something from the Kickstarter or your favorite cover or something. And then next week on our Babble-on, we'll do a live drawing. And if you're selected, we will buy the $60 tier. And once we get it shipped to us, we'll
Yeah.
okay. So we'll put that out there, so you guys can see that. Dustin, is my audio a little bit better now?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay.
I think it's great.
Thanks. I don't know why I found that so funny. I think it's just all the trouble we've had tonight.
Yeah, it's good.
But anyway, so again, hashtag #AlSnowComic. Just keep it short, sweet. Put a post out there, show some support there, and then for $125, you get everything, right?
Yeah, that comes with the sketch cover, all 3 covers, and the retro is put on a comic size metal print. They're signed by Al. They're beautiful. The big one, though, and if I could stress to people, it's not just because it's the most expensive tier. The best value on this is the $200 tier. Tommy's original pages go for almost double that sometimes as it is. And Tommy was kind enough to give us chunks of pages to put out. You get everything. You get the metal print, all 3 covers, and you get an original 11x17 by Tommy Patterson.
That's awesome.
And then, of course, you can do some add-ons. Those Kickstarter add-ons are always great. So you can do an autograph, a metal print, or an 11x17 print. So that's fantastic. So guys, go check this out. Show them some support. There's 11 full days to go. And if you can't back it, just share it out, because again, we're all about backing indie comics, and this is about as indie comics as it comes. Now, one thing, Eric, is I know sometimes they'll Kickstarters, they'll have like retailer tiers or anything like that. Is that something you guys are going to look into doing?
So we have been contacted by retailers, and we are going to do some tiers, and here's why. We are offering exclusives as well. We have a couple retailers that have already ordered exclusives. Minimum print runs of only 100 for the exclusives. Okay. So we've got some exclusives that are coming. Retailers can also contact us. And we have retail pricing for direct distribution. If you're interested in having Al for a signing, we can help you coordinate if Al has time and get you in contact with him for the info that you'll need from Al. So the retailers they can get a hold of me at eric@brokeniconcomics.com, or they can message us on the Kickstarter. If you're a retailer, just hit us up, and we're more than happy to work with people. The Kickstarter, we kind of hit a little bit for fans and to get some exclusive and some limited number items out before the direct market. So, but yeah, retailers hit us up. We are more than happy. Head signs the copies. If Al sign and Head sign, and Head doesn't let Al sign without him.
No,
so she does not let Al sign.
He gets very upset if I don't sign their name. So I cannot sign my name and let let it go by without signing theirs.
All right, so we'll let everybody ask a few questions real quick, and then we'll wrap it up.
Well, Eric, did you want to talk about what's coming next with the Kickstarter now that you guys have hit?
Yeah, let me just go ahead and hit some stretch goals. So we haven't done the stretch goal announcement. We were getting prepped for this. We have a really, really cool sticker that features head and the Fear Me head and the regular head. That is going to be put up tomorrow. Every physical backer will get it, no matter what tier you got. Just for funding it, everybody will get it. We had a beautiful piece of artwork that was done by Ed Yancey of Al as an astronaut. That is going to be a mini print at 3,500, and that will be free for anybody with a physical backing. You will get one for free, a mini print of that. And then Tommy Patterson is doing another beautiful piece of artwork that we will give away at 4,000. Every backer will get another print of Al Snow for free just by backing a physical copy when we hit the 4,000 mark. Our goal is to give out a bunch of original artwork. We're going to do a lot of stickers. We're going to do a lot of prints. We've got some really cool stretch goals that are going to be announced over the next couple of days. And as we kind of knock them down, we're just going to keep throwing more up.
Perfect.
Awesome, man.
Perfect. All right, so we'll open it up to a few questions here, and then we'll let you guys go. Comics and Death Metal asks, Al, did you ever find out what everybody wants? You're on mute, Al.
Up, there we go. It's yeah, it's head. They know it. Everybody knows it. And just so that everybody understands, like that wasn't never meant as a
Oh, the audio cut out at the good part.
entendre, honestly. It was as I'm doing it, I get angrier as I say
So
it.
so it cut out as you were saying it was meant to be, and then it cut out the last.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hear me?
We gotcha.
Okay.
Cut out again.
What he's explaining is that
It was always meant to be the mannequin head. What does everybody need? If you notice, I put the head up in the air. It was always meant to be the mannequin head, because if you watch my mannerisms, I put the head in the air every time I say it.
Yep.
And when they would chant for it, I would get angrier because I wanted to get jealous of the head and at some point turn on it backstage and have a whole angle between me and the head, just like you would do with another wrestler.
Right on.
Awesome.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful.
All right. So so give us one lesson you've taken away from the wrestling industry, from Dan.
Me, one lesson I've learned, the prominent lesson I've learned, is how to take shit and make shoe polish, no matter what.
I like that.
That's what
I love it.
Perfect. All right. Let's see. See.
is solutions to fix your problems.
Yeah.
Did I lose you guys?
No, you're good. Nick, go ahead with the.
I saw one from Chris Barrett, and we know the answer to this, but I just thought it was great that he asked this question. I'm curious if Pepper will make any appearances in the book.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Pepper is my assistant in the Job Squad Detective Agency, and thanks to Eric and a homage to my good friend Ray Traylor, the Boss Man, Pepper is dressed like Boss.
Yep. I definitely picked up on that. I thought that was cool.
There's a lot of homages filled in this book to different parts of his career, specific matches.
Yeah.
I would say that this book in 40 pages, there's easily probably 40 or 50 different small things hidden somewhere throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's simple stuff. It could be colors. It could be, we did a lot of stuff that really kind of tied down to the career itself.
Yeah, that was cool to see the Boss Man throw back in there. He actually he was from right here in my town, so we would see him in Kroger and stuff, growing up, and that was cool. He went to the high school literally right here beside my house, and so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we have any more questions here? Are there limitations to the references you can make in the book?
I don't think so.
Some stuff we don't do some stuff if WWE owns it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is a good.
And if there is some stuff that like we homage, but we don't go too far because there's a gray area.
Yeah.
So,
well, gentlemen, any final thoughts? Any final words before we let you guys go? I know we took a little bit longer than expected, obviously getting set up and stuff, but Al, we'll let you go first. So, any final thoughts? Anything like that at all before we let you go?
No, not really. I just want to say thank you sincerely to everyone involved in the book, and everyone who has backed it. I can't tell you how grateful I am and how excited I am, and for the opportunity to find another creative outlet that I've always enjoyed, and it be about me. That's that's awesome. I mean, I love me. I can't get enough of me. So. What do I want? What do I need? What do I love? Me. That's what it's all about me. So, but not seriously. I mean, I really, for me, it's a dream come true to have a comic book. My good friend Andy Smith, I referenced earlier, had drawn me in a cross-gen title, the first, as one of the gods that manifested the head where faces would appear on my body, on my hand, and in my chest, and I would talk to them, and they would talk to me. But the other gods thought I was crazy because so comic book is about me, and that's more than I could ever ask.
Fantastic.
It's an opportunity to talk about it tonight.
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely, man. We really appreciate you coming on for sure and hanging out with us, talk about it.
Yeah, for sure, Al. And again, we apologize about some of the technical difficulties, but hopefully everything kind of went swell enough. Eric, any final thoughts or anything like that from your perspective?
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to tell this story. I appreciate everybody that's worked on it. Quick shout outs to Tommy Patterson, the artist, Rob Dumo, who did colors, Nick Wentland, who did finishes, logos, helped with some of the coloring, and then Justin, who did all the lettering. We had a great team together, and we're really excited about it. We want to thank everybody for checking out the Kickstarter. We got a lot of really cool stretch goals coming, and we just want to thank everybody again for all the support that they've given us to this point. Thank you to you guys for giving us an opportunity to talk about the book a little bit today.
Absolutely. So, and Eric, what I'll do is I'm going to post the trailer onto some of our other platforms. I'll promote our giveaway we're doing for you guys and hopefully help elevate it as much as we possibly can.
Hey, we appreciate it.
Absolutely. So
tag me as well on social media at The Real Al Snow. If you could, okay. I'll share yours as well.
Perfect.
We'll definitely do that.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Al. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you guys' time. So everybody in the chat, we're still going to be here for the rest of the night for a couple more hours doing the regular scheduled Comic Book Babble-on. But again, huge thank you to you folks, Eric and Al, for coming on and hanging out. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Same to you,
man.
See you guys.
All right. So let's see. I'm trying to make sure we're all good. All right. So we can all hear each other, right?
Yes. Can I add one quick thing?
Go ahead.
Guys, please go buy this book. I have kids and they need to eat.
And this, like, seriously, it is so good. It is so good. I sat here and laughed and just smiled. And I mean, it's so good. The fact that, with wrestling, you always hear it's about it. It's storytelling in the ring, and the fact that his brain worked so good to see where this starts in the ring, and then it literally just in the ring, and you're in his head, and this story that is being told. I mean, everything just works so well together.
Yeah, it was good. So go buy the book. Help feed Justin's child. Anyway.
So we had some guys super chat in the other stream.
Yeah.
They can't do that in this one, right?
No, yeah, it's still YouTube.
Okay. I was okay.
Yeah.
So, but you
acknowledge that. So explain what happened and
yeah. So yeah, guys. Sorry for the wait. We were no idea what was going on, but we were having issues with Al's audio, and then
Justin wouldn't.
Justin was having issues when we jumped on here. Now we can't hear Justin. There we go. Now we can hear you. But yeah, so it was just, of course, we get somebody as cool as Al Snow on here, and like we end up looking like some friggin' rookies. So hopefully Al doesn't hold that against us, because we know what we're doing. We do this every week, but it just, sometimes that's just how it works out. So
Yep.
But
anyway, so
hey, Chris, that's okay though, right? That's okay. It's okay for that.
All right, so here it is. Nathan Martinez, thank you for the $1.99 super sticker, the $4.99 super sticker, and the $3.99 super sticker, and the $4.99 super sticker. So we didn't get a chance to shout you out earlier during the stream, but Nathan, again, we truly appreciate that. And then Beans, the $4.99 super chat.
And all these guys will be going on the wheel at the end of the night. The super chat mystery box, $1.99 gets you one entry. So you can get multiple entries. And yeah, we're just doing this corny sign because we haven't come up with anything else yet, but we will, because this isn't our style. But we're just, hey, that's still fresh. Right. Still fresh.
Hey, Josh, what's up, boss man?
Oh, and go watch my Mortal Kombat reaction video. Like,
nobody cares about your Mortal Kombat reaction video.
I see that. I told Justin beforehand, like, that doesn't even bother me. Nobody's watching it. I literally feel bad that you had to sit and edit the freaking thing for nobody to watch it. Like, I felt so bad about that. I'm like, I should have just not did it. But
I mean, it's fun.
Thought I would take a chance. I mean, it worked for Perry. And this was like, I figured like people would be like, oh, Dustin's reaction to Mortal Kombat. Like, that's the guy we want to see have a reaction. Like, I guess you didn't. So, if you didn't watch it, then, what I'm saying?
Was there enough of this?
Nah, that's the problem. I didn't do that.
We didn't get a picture of that. I'll be honest. That was one of the best outside of the audio issues. Had we had perfect audio issues, that would be by far my favorite creator interview. Almost
absolutely.
I did not realize the man's comic book knowledge he had.
Boom. I didn't either.
So when you think about that, combine that with his willingness to do this book, right? Like, it's not a cash grab for him, right?
Yeah.
Right. He is generally this is generally a product that he loves and supports.
Yeah. And it shows.
And like I knew I've watched documentaries on like wrestling ever, and you read different things on different people, and like I've read before like that he really has a love for like reading in general and literature, and that he was even though he didn't portray in the ring or on screen, but the guy's like super intelligent. But as far as the comic book knowledge, like, no, I did not know that. But definitely, like, nobody can say that this guy is doing this, that he's the poser, he ain't about the comics. Like, bro, he'd take every one of us to school, all three of us at the same time with his eyes closed.
So it was perfect. I mean, I would legitimately love to have that man on just to talk comic books, right?
For sure.
But
I don't think he'll ever come back on with us again after the issues we had. But, we got him on this one time, and we can say that we had him, and none of these other YouTubers out here can say that. So, wow, what's up? Come at me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what the issue was. I can honestly say between two different platforms and stuff, I don't necessarily think it was on our end, but it was good, man. I enjoyed it.
It was super cool, for sure.
All right. Well, let's kick off the Babble-on the right way.
Yeah, that's definitely right, Chris. For sure, bro.
That's okay, Justin. We don't have to talk to us anymore.
Oh, sorry. Okay. We'll just.
He's pulling a Dustin, just ignoring me. I'm like, all right, cool. I want to hear that nobody's.
I bet it's
If
Painting's
you
Wall.
super chat or anything and we miss it, it's because we're using this different platform. So we do apologize about that. But anyways, go ahead, Justin. What did you pick up this week?
Oh man, I got a ton of stuff to show off.
That's what she said.
No, it's
So-
not.
I guess I just need to start, right?
Why?
Whoa.
Hey, I was gonna. Hell, hold on. No.
Whoa.
Mm-mm. Hey, oh,
Whoa.
wait. Go back to me. Look.
Whoa.
Look.
Whoa.
Look. You guys are my nipples.
Out of here.
Look, I got a Justin and Nick sticky. We added another poster to the wall, guys. We're working on getting this gray wall figured out here.
All right, so I'm gonna try to do this super quick because there's a ton of stuff to show. So 25th.
Homecoming Spider-Man just fell over in the case.
No, it didn't. Robin #1. I read like 3 pages. That's all the time I've had so far. Maestro War and Pax #3. X-Men Legends #2.
Not just a fan, bro. I ride.
Darth Vader 11. X-Men Legends 3. New Mutants 17. Fantastic Four 31. Savage Avengers 20. Cable #10. The Rise of Ultraman #1. We've got Detective 1034. I like this cover. Department of Truth #8. I think this is 8. We've got Erratic #5. God, there's so much here. Once and Future 18. I'm probably about 10 issues behind.
Don't worry
Shadow Service #7. Berserker #2. So that's just like the new books this week. I also got some trades and some back issues and stuff in, including a really big X-Men book. Not as big as last week, but it's still get.
Hey, have you looked at that Hellfire Gala preview you just pulled out and moved over?
I haven't looked at it yet, but I picked it up.
Okay, I would like for you at some point tonight, pop it open, and I want you to read something, and I want to get your reaction.
Okay, I can do that.
Reactions don't do well on this channel, Nick.
You guys, if you're in the chat, share this. Tell your friend, tell your kids, tell your wife. I know we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with dropping the other stream, but it's going to be a good night. We got a lot of cool stuff. I got a box from Comics with Bueller. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Man, he got that out quick.
I know. My wife said, "Oh, because I haven't been feeling good today," so she came home and she was like I took a ton of Sudafed before this because I don't want to be coughing and like sick the whole time. You know, conversation with Al Snow. I was on time, and I prepped notes. It was supposed to be a bit, we took this seriously. But anyways.
So when I was at the comic book shop, it started to rain, and it started to rain sideways.
Ooh.
So I just waited in the comic shop until it stopped raining, except that it lasted a while, which meant that I started digging through boxes. And I found some issues of a book I really liked. I don't know if you guys have ever read it. It's called The Manhattan Projects by Jonathan Hickman.
Nope. I've heard about it. I read it.
I only have like issues 11 and up. So I started digging through. So I found 5, found 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Right.
And I also found these at a different shop. There were a ton of these. It's a Marvel Spotlight collector's pack, and it was really cool. It was only $3. It comes with 3 books.
Oh, that's
all,
what issue is that? Number.
What's that?
What number? Because I have an X-Men comic like that with the little.
They did it on like several different ones.
Did they? Okay, because there's one that like has a weird error and it's like very expensive, but it's so hard to tell.
Yeah, it's like blue instead of green.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, this one contains the first 3 parts of Fatal Attractions, X-Factor 92, X-Force 25, and Uncanny X-Men 304. So you're not getting that issue where Wolverine gets the metal ripped out of him, or the issue where I think Professor X mind wipes Magneto. But I mean, it was $3, and it was a nostalgia buy.
That's still pretty cool.
I got some hardcovers, some trades in. So we got from oh man, Image re-released these in a different format. Like I've got volumes 1 and 2, but I couldn't buy 3 because it didn't match. So 1 and 2 are on their way. So we've got Criminal Deluxe Volume 3. We've also got also from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, Cruel Summer, which is also part of the Criminal series.
Oh, that's cool.
And then this one's going to be a little tricky. I'm going to have to get up to get it. I got the
Oh, come on, focus.
The Akira 35th anniversary box set.
Whoa, that's cool.
So it opens up. See if I can do this on camera. Oh my gosh. So all 6 volumes of Akira, all hardcovers. This is going to look really nice on a shelf.
That is really cool. That's all manga, right?
Yes. Well, so the way it's here in these hardcovers, it's done traditional right to left. The other volumes I have were left to right.
Gotcha.
So I'm looking forward to reading it that way. I've only got 2 more things to show off.
Okay.
The first one is when I was doing my X-Men books, and I said this last week, I made the mistake of I had to pick up some books that I didn't think that I needed. So this is the last one of those. It's Giant Size X-Men number 4.
Cool.
And the big book for this week, a big thank you to Southern Comic Geek for messaging me about this. We've got X-Men 14 and a 5.5.
Nice.
First appearance of the Sentinels.
I like it. I think it looks that presents very well too.
Yeah, the colors are so bright on it. Like, this is good looking. So with this book, I'm officially down to only needing 6 more.
Nice.
6 more.
All right. Hey, what are the numbers? And maybe somebody out there might know where you could find the rest.
I need 2, 3, 5, 12, 20, 39.
Perfect. Hey, Nathan, thanks so much, man. I'm glad you popped back in here. So we did shout you out earlier. We apologize. We had a swap over and we missed some of those other super chats. But we got it, man. We appreciate it. Thank you. And I like this. It actually tells us what he did. So they're doing a Shaka sign with his hand saying cool. So thanks for the super chat, man. And we're once Dustin and I get back together, we'll get your box from last week shipped out. So.
Yeah. Sorry. My wife came in here. We had a yellow jacket. I swear it was almost 2 inches monster yellow jacket in the hallway in here. So potentially could have killed every one of us. So but don't worry. He got handled.
Yeah. So real quick. So Josh, and again, apologize, man, if we seem out of flow. The way the chat works. Dustin, you can't even control the chat, can you? Okay, so he can't even control the chat.
I'm a guest on my own show.
Yeah. So Josh, so I have not been feeling good at all today. I went to bed sick last night, just achy and stuff. But so my wife went out today, did all the shopping and stuff, went and picked up groceries, and she was headed back about 3:30. Ellie was asleep, and I was like, okay, I'll just go to the comic shop afterwards. And she shows up, and she brought me my comic book. So I didn't even know she was going by there, but she did it because she's precious and she's sweet. So I appreciate that. I've not even really flipped through there yet. I just was like, oh, thank you.
What a lamb.
So up and show them, but what is next weekend's not Mother's Day, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
I thought Mother's Day was the 13th.
I thought you said it was the 5th. I thought.
No, I just said I was coming. Let me see. May 9th. So crap, is it next week?
Yeah.
Oh no, I hope it's not next week.
I haven't
dude. It's next week.
I think I'm just gonna get my wife a washing machine.
So Josh, I will be in Atlanta for the next 2 weekends then. Dang. I didn't realize that. I thought it was the 13th or the 15th or something. I swore it was the 15th.
Well, that still would have been the following weekend, so
Hey, okay. I didn't realize it was that close. Oof. All right.
I got to give you some comics and death metal slabs to take back home with you too.
Uh-oh.
Or we didn't want to chance those in the mail.
Justin, I missed you so much during your hiatus on the channel. Glad to see you back on the channel.
No one should miss me ever about anything.
Justin, I'll miss you.
I miss you right now, and you're right there.
Flash says, come on out. More the merrier. So, man, that sucks. I'm not gonna get to go pick through there. But yeah, like, man, my camera is not wanting to focus on me tonight. What is going on? But anyway, so I'm gonna open up. We got a package from Comics with Bueller. So that's
You want me to go first since I don't have very much and you have a lot?
That's fine.
Because I literally have 4 things. All right, so I got the 8th print, Something's Killing the Children #1. I wasn't able to pick up more than 1 copy like a lot of people, which kind of made me jealous, but I did get my 1 copy, so I'm going to be happy with that. I got my Miles Morales issue 25 Clone Saga wraparound cover. To me, this was the coolest cover, so picked that up. Darth Vader 11, which isn't on my pull list anymore, but I got that one. And everybody was so worried and concerned about picking this book up. And yeah, I guess this would have like some speculation tied to it, but it's hot book alerts here. A lot of people didn't realize that this book came out this week, which was that Nottingham issue 1 second printing. So I picked that up as well. Had that pre-ordered through the FOC.
I just said that was sold out too.
Yeah. A lot of places didn't even order any. My shop, they ordered the one that I ordered. That was it. Why didn't I pre-order 5 of them? I don't know. Now, I did get one more thing in the mail. That's right, baby. Got that eBay purchase in the manila envelope, but don't worry, they wrote "do not bend," and guess what? They bent the piss out of it too, boy. It ain't even a bubble mailer, guys. And don't worry. They sent her raw, baby. No board, no bag, no bubble mailer, nothing. So, yeah. Kalinda's vintage sales on eBay. You suck.
Did you leave a bad review?
Oh yes. Look at this book. Look at this.
What book was it? Oh, it's just a Jurassic Park book.
Hey, screw you, okay?
It's never gonna get hot.
I mean,
I'm not worried about that. It's to fill my run, okay?
I'm joking. I'm making a joke.
Gil Kane and George Perez should never be treated like this. This book is literally like, I mean, I can't even get it to show. Like, there you go. You can kind of see the pictures from whenever I bought it on eBay. Looked really good, but yeah, this is not how it was supposed to come. Just beat up, but either way, I mean, awesome scene. Very iconic scene that they put on the cover of this one.
What up, man?
But yeah, I was very upset and disappointed that
that is awful.
This was treated this way. So I'm still on the hunt for one of these now. So no, it was actually $8.99 plus $8 free shipping. So or $8 shipping. So
wait,
yeah,
they charge you $8 to ship that?
Yeah, and it wasn't even 2-day priority or.
Did something just happen?
Yeah, you just killed us all.
I think we're still live.
We are.
Don't say anything stupid just in case we're still live.
Okay. Donny Kate sucks. What?
What up, Empire? Sorry, guys. We're using this new platform. But you can confirm we're still live, Justin.
This poor, pitiful book.
Yes.
Okay, we're still live. Woo! Glad Dustin didn't say nothing bad. See, on our end, it's showing nobody's watching now, so it happens. Anyways, I don't even know what we were talking about. He just has bad luck, I guess.
You didn't say
what up, state champ? What up? In Empire Comics, glad to have you, man.
I'm telling you right now. I mean, if you open one of these up, I mean, look at the artwork inside here.
They are cool.
Gil Kane and Perez killed this, man.
You ought to do a short on some of those, man.
Why? So nobody can watch those too?
No,
Not doing any more content for these people. They don't watch any of it. I'm just kidding.
It's not that. It's YouTube doesn't push it.
I know. I'm just
like a comic book channel randomly doing Mortal
the
Kombat.
people watching right now are our folks anyway, so I give them a little bit of a hard time.
Well, yeah, for
Hey,
sure.
to the Boyden brothers.
Oh, no. I didn't see a super sticker. Again, you guys, it doesn't pop up and highlight like it does on StreamYard. So if we missed it, I'm scrolling.
Do want to give a big congratulations to the state champs, Boyden brothers, man. State champs, boys. Way to go.
So
I see it.
Where's it at? What up, James?
What's that?
So where's it at?
And oh man,
Is it way up or way down? Oh snap! Okay, well, huge shout out to Beans. It's $9.99. #1 fan super chat. I see it here, but I don't see it on this here. Again, guys, bear with us.
The description says para character jumping up and down saying #1 fan.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get it there. Look, I'm highlighting it now. No, I mean I'm sorry, man. It's not. I don't see it anywhere.
Ryan, you're absolutely right about my eBay purchases, bro. It's ridiculous. Wheelchair superhero, what's up, brother? Nosh, what's going on, brother? Absolutely one of the best ever, for sure. Empire Comics, what's going on? See you jumped in.
Oh, there it is. Found it. Thank you, Beans. We appreciate you, brother. I have faith at some point you're gonna get one.
That's right, Chris. Chris Bear gonna be the new Hunt TV champ.
We appreciate the support, y'all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, like I said, Beans, like nothing shows up, and I'll take a picture so you can see like there's no highlight or anything. It's not very well thought out, but it was the best way to get Al Snow's audio working. So anyways, let's jump into what I got this week. This came from Comics with Bueller. Let me make myself large. What do you guys think about this layout? As the viewers, do you guys like this type of layout? It's different, but yeah. So this is Comics with Bueller's exclusive. He sent, okay, but see, it highlights James's. Hey, let's make Beans' a lot better. Okay, so maybe it doesn't highlight super stickers and it only does chats. Interesting. All right. So he sent Dustin and I both his exclusive. So huge shout out to Comics with Bueller. He's the man. He's a little short on subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed to him, you probably should. He's only almost at like 20,000, so he could use the help and support. But yeah, so Dustin, there you go. So that's awesome.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead. Oh, and see, it doesn't highlight his super sticker, though. That's weird. It doesn't give me a highlight there. I don't know. What were you saying, Justin?
Oh, I thought you froze. My bad.
No, am I just too still?
All right. Somebody else do some super stickers so we can test this out. Can we get like 4 or 5 more super stickers to test this out?
Oh, man. Y'all ain't right.
I'm just kidding, guys.
Yeah, but seriously, like I will look. All right, so there's that. And then let's see. I do have more stuff to show off. But then it puts a super chat in all black. All right. All right, so here's what my wife went and picked up from the comic shop. Again, I didn't have a clue. Shoot. Dang it, Josh. Look at this, man.
Ooh.
I know he didn't let my wife pay for this either. Josh,
you need to do this to this man every week.
I'm going to just walk in, drop 3 short boxes of comic books and leave. See what he does.
Josh, also, I cannot believe Nick went in there.
That's from
on. Right on. And I love that book because it does tell number one, it's Greg Horn artwork on the cover, which is really cool. And I think he did some of the insides too, but also it tells the tale of how Melina was cloned from Katana and they're, you know, basically feud through the saga. So really, really cool. Thank you so much, Breed Love, man. That is awesome. That's a harder one to find. So I'm really pumped about that. Thank you so much. That's 2 weeks in a row that I've been getting some Mortal Kombat stuff from you guys. I really appreciate it.
I didn't even get a Nottingham issue number 2.
Never stop sending Mortal Kombat merch.
I never got my Nottingham number 2.
I did.
I don't know what happened there.
I
No, I'm just kidding. But I did get a whole bunch of bags and boards.
Ooh.
See,
so Josh, those BCW bins, before Nick came in there and bought those off of you, I literally mentioned to him, I wonder if I could get Josh to let me get those from him. If I bring him a bunch of these graphics cardboard ones and some money, would he let me get his bins from him? And then Nick tells me that he goes in there and buys them from you literally the next week. I was so upset and frustrated with him about that. So he can stack them in his closet.
Hey, it is what it is. And yeah, she told me, she goes, I hope you don't mind me going by and buying those. I was like, no, I appreciate it. And she goes, he said he put something in there free for you to make you uncomfortable. I was like, oh, Lord.
That's not the only thing that Josh does to Nick to make him feel uncomfortable.
What, Nick? Did I say something? Oh, about the Nottingham too. Yeah. Remember it wasn't in my box, and that's like totally cool. Yeah. And you were like, oh, I can give you my copy. I said, no, it's fine. I can read it on the thing. But I think Beans is getting your copy or something like that, right? I don't know. I'm not worried about it. Like, I know they sell for a lot, so I would rather somebody who, ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look, I got it.
You got fingerprints on it. What's wrong with you? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. People are literally freaking out right now.
Why? I don't have a daily skim.
Number one.
I have honestly worried myself sick that I wasn't going to get this somehow.
I knew I was going to get it. Some people got like 8, 9, 10 of them. I wished I was one of those people.
Dude,
but
it's not that serious. X-Men Legends. I'm really excited to sit down. I'm going to let these get like 4 or 5 issues in and go through and read them all. Darth Vader. I'll be quick here. Department of Truth 8.
Great pun there, Chris. I really like that.
I do. I thought I pulled the, maybe I didn't. Anyways. All right, and then my Berserker, number 2. That was my favorite cover out of all of them. That was. And then.
Did you really? Nice.
Josh.
Nice.
First off, Josh.
Nice, dude.
First off, Josh. I was kidding when I told Kay Lisa to tell you this was damaged and put it in my box on the stream. I was joking.
Josh, I need one more of those, Josh. Dustin.
Well, he only got one.
No, something's killing the children. He said something's killing children. I need one more, Josh. This guy right here, me, not Nick.
Well, I did buy a couple of Berserkers, by the way.
I bought like 4 of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool. But
you did steal the boxes away from me.
Back to this, though. The man got one copy that I saw. And I hope you knew this was in my box. If not, I'll bring it back to you. Because, like, I know for a fact, my wife was like, your total was $27. I was like, okay. Like, come on, Josh.
That's a pricey book, too, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I'll bring it back, and I won't fingerprint this one up anymore. Because, wow. Because I was totally just messing with Kaylee. So I was like, just tell him all the foiled ones got damaged and then throw it in box 81. And she's like, LOL.
What if she just went and threw it in there?
That's what I'm saying. So, Josh, if you didn't know that was in there, just let me know. I'll bring it back. You know, I ain't about that life.
Oh, yeah.
Finders keepers, though, bro. Finders keepers. It found it in my bag. And see, I didn't tell Sky to go because I told her not to buy any bags and boards. Because, we do have this going on. Okay, so you did get 4 copies. You meant to put it in here because I only saw her pull out 1. I'll feel better. No, you can't have 1.
My shop didn't get one, though.
Right on. Hey, I'll pre-order everything. I told him, I said, anything hot, just put it on my pull list as a pre-order. Isn't that funny? I know. I'm full of crap. I legitimately will text him that sometimes. I'm like, hey, man, there's a lot of hot books coming out this week. Can you go ahead and put those in the box? Just anything hot. Just. And obviously he knows I'm kidding because, man, Josh, I appreciate you. You're the best. You forced me to
appreciate you, Josh, but I genuinely, I love you, bro.
I think I would have had him crying last weekend had that dude not been sitting next to him while he was watching that video. He goes, I sound like I was like tearing up in the video. I did a video for Josh. It was the 20-year anniversary of Haven Comics, and I'm going to share it out on our tab at some point this week. I've been struggling this week with stuff, but you guys should go watch it out. It's awesome. Dustin said he almost cried.
I didn't almost cry.
I have a text that says, did he cry? Because I almost did.
Well, it was really well done. It definitely looked like a damn A&E documentary style movie. Like I really enjoyed it.
So I enjoyed putting it together, man. I reworked that video like 1,000 times. After I watched the Blockbuster documentary, I was like, okay, I'm going to do something different now. But anyways, so that was, Josh, I appreciate that, Josh. I'm wildly uncomfortable now. I feel like I should bring him. Almost dropped it. Almost threw it off the desk into the floor. It almost fell just now. That would have been hilarious. I do have a box from the 616, but I'll open up later because Dustin showed that off. Any other pickups or anything like that before we go on to the next? Because I do want to do some reviews and some chat about some comic books. You have some more stuff?
I have one more thing I picked up.
Okay.
It's a little dark, and it's kind of a mess in here, so please take it easy. But y'all see that right there in the corner?
No.
Bow, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I got one. Sold out everywhere. You can't find them in stores anywhere. My buddy Eric had one. Got a little on the brewskis one night last year. Was walking around Walmart and said, oh, man, I want to get that. He played it like a couple times. And he let me get it today. So I was super happy.
Eric Graham? Wow.
Super, super pumped about that, man. Mortal Kombat 1, 2, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. I have a custom riser being done for me to put on it that I'll pick up next weekend. So it's going to be awesome. That was the cool thing for me. I'm getting real close to having the room done. Getting real close. James Bride has spent hardly nothing on that thing, man.
Dustin, you're not gonna recognize the Nosh chat?
Nosh, what's going on, man?
It's a super chat, bro.
Nosh is in the building, and he's in the mix for that mystery box.
Bro,
$12? $12, Nosh? Are you serious?
Look, first off, he worried me to death last night. He sent a message out in our group chat going, guys, I'm sick. I don't feel good. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Something weird like that. I was like, what is going on? And he was talking about how they did Incredible Hulk dirty.
I stopped everything I was doing to check on this man. And then I was like, all right, like I get it. But bro, you can't be doing that to us. Make us think something happened.
Just hit the rewind, man.
Mm-hmm. Audio was a little in and out, but yeah, it was cool having him on, man. He's super, super cool dude.
So James, you
more comic knowledgeable than anybody else out here.
we need to have a revisit on that situation for sure. But anyway, James, so you mentioned this last week about your Raspberry Pi and building an arcade. I actually looked into this, and once I kind of get some other things done, I am totally going to be buying and creating my own. I don't want necessarily do the arcade specific, but I would love to be able to get some of these emulators. But I don't know if there's a good one out there that can support some of these PS2 and GameCubes and stuff. But if there is, let me know, because I want to do it. Like, I was trying to get an emulator for Mortal Kombat Deception, I think is what it was. And then I remember you mentioning you built your own arcade. I'm like, oh, I'm about to go down the Raspberry Pi. And so for like $150, I can get a decent setup.
I have a guy that takes these one-ups and does the Raspberry transition. That's the guy I bought the Turtles one from. He's the guy that's doing my riser for me, and he's local. So next weekend, if you're down here, like, we can talk to him because I'm going over there anyway.
Well, I mean, it's super simple to do. All you have to do is buy the equipment, download the software. I mean, like, it takes really no time, and I'm going to do one myself for sure. But I just don't know.
I don't do any of that stuff.
Yeah, and I really wish. So if that is that collection, is that going to be at the shop tomorrow? Because I'll come sit up there with Alex. Alex is normally there on Sundays. I will flip through some stuff, and he and I can continue our chat about what they did on Avengers. Alex was the guy we spoke to.
I'll tell you what, I enjoyed that visit when I was down there talking to Alex.
Yep. All right. So he said for 7 straight.
Don't pull me out of the screen.
Yep, absolutely. All right. So let's do, because Justin, I read a lot this week, man.
You did.
I've read so much, and I've read this much in a minute. So I think we should definitely have a little bit of a review period.
I can't wait until you tell everybody what you read.
Oh my gosh, guys. So much. Okay. You guys know, like, I've been working through Spawn, trying to get Spawn. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to hide him. So I took Dustin off. So you guys know I've been working through Spawn, and there's like 318 issues. And honestly, guys, I'm slugging along a little bit on that. It hasn't caught my attention like Invincible did. And what was before that? Like, even Black Hammer, Saga, like, nothing has caught my attention so hard since that point. But James Sovic has once again got me, like, dude's got me hooked. So he's like, last week, what was it? The what app was it?
Shonen Jump
app. Okay, so I downloaded it last Saturday. From last Saturday until, when was it, Justin? Yesterday I said I've read 71 chapters of Dragon Ball Super, or whatever it is. They're all like 45 pages, so that's like 150 comic books. Plus, I'm on. I'll tell you what issue I'm on. I've been reading Dr. Stone too, because I love that show, and so I have read. Where are we at? 56 chapters of Dr. Stone, plus another handful of Spawn, as well as what do you call it? Berserker. And what else did I read this week? Oh, I have Snow Angels ready to read, but I've only read, I think it was that first, was it issue 0 or 1?
I think it was issue 1.
But they haven't done any, like, haven't seen anything. Have they come out with more than just the 1 or 2?
2 and 3 are out there. I read them.
Cool. Okay, so I need to catch up on that, and that's one thing I want to do. But yeah, I read so much. And I'll be honest with you, man, the book does such a good job. I love what they did after the like the main tournament of power, but the show executes that tournament of power so much better.
Yeah, I want to start reading it, but for me, I'm like, I can't decide if I start at the beginning or if I start where Tournament of Power ends.
No, I think you're well. It goes fast enough, and I think you're well served to read it from the beginning.
Okay.
To be honest with you. And again, that's my opinion. And you definitely don't want to start where it ends because there are some differences.
Okay.
Yeah, I've read everything that's out there right now up to 71, I think it is. So I'm still waiting on the next one to come out in this month, I guess. It said like 2 weeks. But the new one is from Cerulean. His name is Granola. So, yeah, he actually has a pretty cool one. Yeah, so it is old school Spawn. So I started from issue 1, and I'm right around the 60, but it just, it doesn't flow as well as I think some of these other ones, and Todd's style of writing is a little bit different, and not just Todd's, but the artwork, and it hasn't pulled me in like some of these other ones have. So, but I do want to get to it because I'm super pumped about this Spawn's universe for sure. What's up, Second Street Marvel? What's up, man? All right, let's see.
Once you're done with Dr. Stone, what are you jumping on?
Well, so there's a Dr. Stone reboot, which I don't know what that's about, but I haven't pulled up. But honestly, I'm torn between Black Clover, My Hero Academia, and then there's that other one you mentioned. What was it?
Oh God, I don't even remember.
The one I sent you, the 8th volume of?
Oh, Assassination Classroom?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Is it on there?
I think maybe. Is it not a Shonen Jump? I haven't pulled it up, but I was going to try that one.
I get confused by what Shonen Jump, and so it's published in Shonen Jump in Japan, but when it gets to America, it's published by Viz Media. Is that right?
Okay, so yeah, so if it is, then it might be on the Viz Media app because I have that too. But yeah, but guys, like, so as comic book fans, would you be interested in a video where we talk about comic book fans reading manga, right? Because it is a very, very similar. Dustin, you can shake your head all day long, but like for example, the first ones I really read was Berserk, and that was because of Jim Mint, right? And I was kind of hooked from that point. Honestly, it's a bit of an easier reading experience, wouldn't you say, Justin?
I think it makes it so. The big appeal to me for manga is that if I want to start at the beginning, I just go in and I pick up book 1. Like, I know there is a starting point. You don't have to read all of this. Like, if someone came up to me today and said, I want to read Superman, where do I start? I have no idea where to tell them to start. You know what I mean? Like, I want to read Batman. What do I read first? I don't know. With stuff like this, I want to read My Hero Academia. Okay, book 1. Here you go. Yeah,
and it's so accessible. I mean, you can go anywhere and get it. I honestly love reading it on the iPad for $1.99 a month, guys. I have read what would be probably the equivalent of well over 200 comics this week. You know what I mean? So, I mean, by the way, check out those stickers. I'm still waiting on the next pack to come in so I can send everybody's out at one point. Those are sweet. And Josh, I know. Okay, cool. So he did see that.
I'm going to slap that Wolverine first appearance from the 180 right dead smack in the middle of a book that I just bought. I'm not talking about what it is yet.
Yeah.
The video is going to drop this week, but I'm dropping that right in the middle of that book, sticking it right on the slab.
Tyler, so nobody's sent out yet. Because last time I would send them out a little bit of time. This time I'm waiting till I have enough to fill everybody's order. So I thought I had enough, and we had new members. So waiting on that new order to come in. I'm going to package them, taking pictures of every single one, shipping them out. So this time, if they're lost in the mail or something like that, I can make sure everybody's got them. But don't feel left out.
Let's definitely not take this opportunity to give Tyler any kind of opportunity to put our logo on his genitals, legs, feet, face. We're not even going to speak about that because, that's part of the reason why Tyler sucks. And Lee's been saying it from the beginning. And, it's just what happens, I guess, when you put people's logos there. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, so I'm thinking about doing a video on it, just talking about it, right? Like,
Josh, I think we're the same. Man.
But
not in height, not in stature in any way, but
it was so funny in that video. You like your way of expressing your love for Josh was you threatening to beat somebody up for him at the bar. And I'm sitting there with Josh. I was like, his way of expressing his love for somebody is very authentic. Because I almost cut out some of your stuff because I'm like, why is he talking about this? I'm like, hold on, that's the way Dustin's expressing his feelings.
No, I was just saying because like I was talking about like he's a gentle giant.
I know what you're saying.
Kind-hearted person. Like I feel like you would expect someone of his stature to be sticking up for a smaller guy like me, but at the same time, like if you know Josh, you're like,
all right. So what is
I would definitely be ready to like smack some folks around if they were talking smack about him.
So manga is basically the Japanese form of a comic book. You read it right to left instead of left to right. Most of the time, 99% of the time, it's not colored, but that honestly doesn't take anything away from me. It's the way they do their page layouts, all of that's a little bit different, but it just flows so well. You know what I mean? So there's that one. And Dustin actually bought this one because he was supposed to read this while I read the Power Rangers, and we were going to do a video on that, but
never happened. Probably won't, but
I think we should, man, because I could get you set up and you could read it digitally, so you don't have to worry about carrying around a big A book.
Yeah, but I don't even know what I would have you read now.
And not only that, but it comes in like all kinds of nice different forms. Like we've got nice hardcovers here. Like
I literally just cannot get into that kind of stuff though. Like all seriousness, like I don't have anything against it, but it's just not something I can see myself.
I'm telling you, dude, it's like, okay, so we'll have a conversation about it, right? Maybe a small hot topic. I understand, right? Because it's Japanese, just like the anime or whatever. Like people are like, I will never watch anime, but they'll watch what's an equivalent cartoon style for US.
The only anime I've seen is that Scorpion's Revenge. That's the closest to anime that I've seen.
And I get it, like it's different, but and I know, like, again, I'm talking about a little kid riding around on a cloud, and he's super strong. I get that sounds weird, but Dustin, what is Superman? He's a man that runs around in his underwear, and
he's made of steel, bro.
I know, but I'm saying, like, think about that from that perspective.
Jacked and stacked.
Okay, who is Sabretooth? He's a jacked, evil person, lunatic that's hairy. You know what I mean?
Literally my hero. That is what I want to grow up and be.
But the way they tell, and I get it, but the way they tell these stories in manga and in the anime and stuff, and anime, honestly, like for folks who are huge fans of anime, to be able to take this, imagine this, Dustin, your favorite comic book stories, and they follow them and they turn it into a TV show to a T perfectly every single time. They don't stray from the source material. They do it justice. Could you imagine like your favorite comic book storyline? And
yeah, but I feel like they'd put it on Disney Plus, and I wouldn't be able to watch it anyway. So
you get what I'm saying.
I know, but I can't let you win. This is what you do to me, so I have to do it to you when I can.
No, and I'm not arguing. Like I get your point because again, I never would have read it until I started reading Berserk.
Yeah,
I never would have touched it.
And Berserk is like probably, and like no offense to you, but like the fact that me and Jim, like we have a lot in common. Like the fact that he digs it, like I've kind of felt like I would be able to like enjoy that a little bit.
To be honest with you, I don't think you would. I think it would freak you out and weird you out. I really genuinely do.
Well, based upon the very first page.
Yeah.
All right, Nosh, man, appreciate you for hanging out, bro. Take it easy, brother.
Nah, dude. Dragon Ball is actually a knockoff of I forget what Dragon Boy, I think, originally, and like it's a whole thing.
Into the West, is that a thing?
But
is that what
I'm not sure.
I mean, I've got a couple of the Pokemon manga comic books.
Yeah, so I mean, just flip through it, man. And like I said, dude, it's totally different. But and one thing,
they're near mint,
huh?
They're near mint.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that's what it is. The Travels of the Monkey or something like that is what it was. And they ended up changing it up quite a bit. It's a pretty interesting story. Just like Power Rangers rip off of the Japanese Spider-Man, which is really cool. I didn't know that. But anyways, so Dustin, to your point, you mentioned the Disney Plus thing and like you couldn't watch it. And I know why, the political aspects of things. And Justin, have you read a manga that like focuses on any type of political or personal like themes or anything like that. I've not read one where I can particularly say, okay, this person's trying to push this type of belief or whatever, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't believe I have. If I have, I haven't like realized it.
Yeah.
So some of the manga that I'm enjoying the most right now is like real world, like slice of life stuff. Like there's one that I'm really liking where a kid he's like, you know what? I want to be the greatest jazz saxophone player ever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll read that story and see what it's like.
Yeah, and that's absolutely right. Like My Hero Academia, it's the same concept. And of course, they are superpowers in that show, but he wants to be the best student in there, right? And I think that's what like makes it so good is you can relate to some of that like slice of life stuff, right? Like this, you know, it's what I love about this is the science aspect to it, right? Like all it is a book about. They set it up, but all it is so they can show off different science techniques and stuff. It sounds super weird, but like I enjoy. This is probably one of my favorites. You know, have you read any more of this?
Not I can't. I know I read the first volume, the first book. I can't remember if I've read the second one yet or not. Real quick, the difference between Superman and Goku is that Superman was sent to Earth as his planet was exploding. Goku was sent to Earth to take it over.
And Goku
it was not destroyed until later on.
Goku would rip Superman in half. There's not even a chance in the world Superman could even begin to be on Goku's level. And I will defend that. What do you think, Justin? Goku, Superman? Do you think that?
I think what would happen is that Goku would start to win, and then
Austin.
And then Goku would give Superman a senzu bean, and then Superman would win because Goku's stupid.
Goku would do something stupid, like, because I see what you're saying. But he wasn't so stupid, there's not a chance physically.
But Freezer would kill him.
I mean, if Goku wasn't so stupid, he'd be Vegeta.
Yeah.
Freezer would kill them all.
Frieza would win.
Frieza. I thought it was Freezer. That Mewtwo knockoff.
Oh my god. So funny. I love it so much.
Goku is like Forrest Gump, but smarter.
Wait, who's smarter?
He's a Goku.
I don't know about that one.
Chris Barrett is absolute comment gold on the regular.
I'm just trying to make sure I haven't missed any more super chats or anything. Nathan Martinez. What did everybody think? And I read Berserker. Did you guys read Berserker yet? All right. So what did you in the chat? What did you guys think about Bee's mom and Berserker 2? So I wonder if he's talking. And I don't want to spoil it because you guys haven't read it. But yes, I feel like that did go by pretty fast. What he's talking about. And there was one panel, and then I was like, well, this got really weird really quick. Yeah, it was pretty quick for sure. But it's only 12 issues, I guess, for the first one, so they got to move pretty quickly. But yeah, for sure. Now let's see. And that's another thing manga has, is that each little volume, they do a really good job of like creating a storyline, wrapping up the storyline, and moving on. You know what I mean? I like that. So
I want to get that Ed Brubaker Captain America omnibus. I'm gonna get that.
Get it.
I'm going to.
You should. I got one.
You got the new one, or you got the original? Oh, you did get the new one? I haven't seen it in shop. There's a shop out here. That normally has them, but I hadn't looked.
Hey, speaking of Ed Brubaker, did you guys get the new?
Did you see these, Dustin?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, these are both from Brubaker. So Criminal, it's just like crime noir, like really gritty stories. And this is just a continuation of that. Mine will be here next week, May 12th, I think, is when mine comes.
Okay. Did you pick up his what was it? The follow-up to that last book we read?
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about. The second Reckless volume.
Yes. Did you get that yet?
No, not yet. It'll be here, I think, May 12th.
Dustin was talking about the Captain America one.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. I'm excited for that next Reckless for sure.
Yeah, the first one was awesome. Like, even you read Pulp, right? Have you read Pulp yet?
I read Pulp. Because remember there was that scene that was like weird LSD type weird scene, and I'm like, thank God my wife wouldn't sit next to me when I flipped to it.
Wait, that was in Reckless, right?
Oh no, then I haven't read Pulp. Okay.
Okay, so Pulp, I feel like Pulp was kind of like let's test out the waters to see how this kind of does, and if it does well, then we'll give him Reckless.
And James, actually, he makes a comment to that in the manga. I don't know if he says it in the show, but he absolutely goes something along the line of Vegeta kisses his wife, and Goku goes, "Why are you doing that?" And then Vegeta says, "Well, you've had kids, so you should know." And Goku says, "I don't understand what you're talking about." So they definitely make fun of that for sure. I mean, he is so stupid, and like it really does. There's the new arc. There's 2 arcs after Tournament of Power. One with the new Granola guy, and then Mora, which is that. Like, have you seen like the weird bull-looking character? I've seen him on screenshots and a lot of articles and stuff. But
oh, is that what that screenshot was that you sent?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So that was, I guess, I don't want to spoil anything, but like the second you turn over to the next page, you see he's going to be the bad guy. Like they immediately introduce him, and that was actually, I think, the screenshot I sent you. But anyway, so Berserker was. I mean, I did enjoy the issue for sure, but it was certainly it was kind of strange, and there was some weird stuff going on, but it was also quick. But I didn't like how they focused on that time period the entire issue. So this was basically about his birth and where he got his powers and stuff from, but they didn't really focus on anything else. And I wish they would have maybe done it as like a flashback a little more, which they did some, but I don't know. It didn't seem to flow as well as the last issue did for me. So, all right, let's see. All right. So anything else you guys read you want to talk about?
I started reading Slaughterhouse 5, the comic adaptation of the original graphic novel. I think I'm about halfway through. I'm really digging it so far. But I'm a big Kurt Vonnegut fan, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask about that.
What is it again? Tell me about that again.
Slaughterhouse 5?
Yeah.
So it's originally a novel, like book novel.
Yeah.
Written by Kurt Vonnegut. I think it came out in 1957. It's kind of a science fiction-y type thing. Within the past year, they've adapted it to be a graphic novel.
Okay.
And I'm digging it so far. But like I said, I'm a big Vonnegut fan, so I'm gonna like it regardless.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, man. Anything else you're reading?
I read Snow Angels.
Yeah. So, what is your thoughts on that so far? And don't worry about like spoiling it for me. And tell people what Snow Angels are, because I don't think a lot of people know about it. I did a video a little bit about it, but
so Snow Angels is a Comixology Unlimited like exclusive.
Yep.
So it's written by Jeff Lemire, art by Jock. It's the story of it's kind of like a post-apocalyptic setting where all of the people live in this giant ice trench. That's the only world they know is within this trench. They have ice skates. They get around like that. They are basically just clawing and scratching to survive. And the story focuses on a family of 3, a dad and his 2 daughters, as they just try to get by.
Yeah. So powerhouse team, Jeff Lemire. Speaking of Jeff, the news came out this week. I guess a trailer came out this week for him. But it's a really good story, and I really love the artwork on that first issue. So Jock does a good job for sure. There's something
Jock.
else I was ask you about.
Nick,
Oh.
you've been keeping up with Walking Dead?
No, I jumped off of that one because I've just been trying to get through Spawn, man.
I've still been enjoying it.
I'm probably gonna wait and kind of read through that, kind of like some of these other ones, and like read a chunk at a time. It's just so hard to keep your. And again, that's a manga thing. I think that they do well is like you get so much at one time and kind of keep the story going. Whereas like some of these comics, like you only get like 18 pages of story, so it's hard to like sometimes stay excited, especially with as much delays as you had on some of this stuff. Like Last Ronin, for example, issue 3 comes out, and I can't even begin to tell you what happened in 1 and 2 anymore. You know. Speaking of which, we need to do another video on that and do the turtle video on the fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm certainly going to be reading The Walking Dead. Probably all at a good chunk. But it was good when I was reading it. Noctera. Have y'all been reading Noctera?
I have the first 2 issues, but I haven't started yet.
You should just. I think there's only 2 so far, but you should read them like super quick. If you like Snow Angels, that type of post-apocalyptic survival story, Noctera was a surprise hit for me.
Okay.
It's who it's by. It's by
Snyder, right?
Snyder.
Yeah.
Me and Sir Skeffington will be putting together an awesome video next week. I'm not going to say what it is because, well, somebody might put that out tonight before we get to it. But y'all know what me and Skeff talk about, and we're about to bring the heat.
Hey, by the way, y'all think Al Snow thought I was weird for offering to do magic tricks for him?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
I think he thought you were weird before you offered, but we told him you were just the IT guy.
Is that what it was?
I called you producer Nick multiple times.
That's funny.
Real quick, let's take a minute to let everybody know tomorrow, my boy Adrian Pandawesome316 is going to be doing his 500 subscriber giveaway hangout tomorrow night. He has requested the presence of the team here, so I will be there for you, Panda.
You said the team, and you're like, just me. I'm just Panda. All right. But yeah, Noctera, Justin, like read through it real quick, man. Skip,
wait,
I like them. They're pretty good.
I was supposed to read a section in this, wasn't I?
Yeah, I was gonna have you do that. I guess we can do that now. I was gonna talk a little bit about the news, but we can go ahead and do that. So I want you to flip to the page where it shows. Oh Jesus, the big metal guy. Why can't I think of his name?
Colossus.
Iron Man.
Colossus. All right. So flip to there and don't read it until you show kind of the I want to show the page.
Is it this one?
Yes. So show that off. All right. So this is the Hellfire Gala. All right. Now read that little left paragraph and keep that image in your mind, guys. Yeah, Noctera was good.
So, you want me to read this one?
Yeah.
Or this one?
No, the that one. Yeah.
Am I reading it out loud or to myself?
Oh, out loud, so everybody at home can hear. or does this embarrass you?
No.
Okay.
A theatrical entrance requires the curtains to part, so this cape is meant to be tossed aside, revealing the shining colossus of a body beneath. The beard not only bounces out the bristling, I can't pronounce that word, Shanka, but begs the question, why was Piotr ever shaved? What? Facial hair not only highlights the fact that he is walking expression of masculine power, but it also adds a flair of mystery to a figure some have written off as a plain plowman. What is he hiding, we might wonder? Beneath that beard, beneath that steely exterior, beneath those tight-fitting pants.
How does that make you feel?
I just read the back of a Fabio book.
Why are they putting this in X-Men books? I mean, they're talking about the dude's bulging. Like, come on. It just makes me feel weird. and why they're and I haven't read any of the other ones, but I just
Sounds like they're gonna make him friends with Ghostmaker.
I don't get it.
But, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna buy it because it's an X-Men thing.
But it was just like, and it's supposed to be a Russian accent, actually.
Oh, sorry. Let me go back.
But
no,
like,
I can't do a Russian accent.
But I was just like,
the Colossus has bulge.
Just like, it's just so weird. Just so weird.
In Russia, man plow you.
With bulge.
Y'all need to quit.
Use bulge for plow.
But again, it was just like, look, it's not midnight.
It's close. Don't worry. This night's been already all jacked up. I mean, people are gonna turn it off once Al Snow leaves anyway. When they watch the replay, except Tyler, he's gonna make sure he sticks around so he can stick.
And I assure you, it's probably gonna get edited to somehow turn around and talk about him with our logo on him somewhere.
Yeah, probably his genitals or his rear end.
Okay, in full disclosure, I don't tell anybody I do a YouTube channel, but I told a lady at work this week I have a YouTube channel. She's like, "Oh, that's so cool." I said, "Yeah, but that's not
why we can't grow, Nick. That's why we can't grow.
I don't want to get fired for you saying something bad on the channel." And I work for a company out of San Jose, California. Okay,
I don't say anything bad on here.
Nick, you're the man. Just saying. Sorry, not for
Nick. Thanks for hanging out, man. First time viewer.
Right
Nick in the chat.
This is not how our normal Saturday night shows go. So
normally they're much well put together.
Yeah, we just had a lot of technical difficulties tonight, which normally don't happen. So make sure you come back for sure.
Do you know how you know we're off the rails? Nick is threatening to do magic.
No, I can do some magic. You know what I mean? It's just like, bam, and the card. I do that to I'll be like, "Hey, Ellie, come here," and I'm like, "Oh, a card's in your ear," and she's like, "Oh, okay." But anyway, she's also not even two. But I don't know. I just saw that.
You should probably take her to the doctor.
I was like, this is just a strange thing for me to read that kind of stuff. And like, I just, as a legitimate X-Men fan, Justin, right? The man who has bought them all, does this, and you don't have to answer, but is this type of storyline with this weird Hellfire Gala and these weird things, I mean, does that actually excite you as an X-Men fan? Because I did a video on this. And then I tried to do, and I didn't post it because I was like, I was just passionate. And I feel like, you know what? This story's meant for somebody. It's obviously not meant for me. But I mean, is it something you feel comfortable answering, or do you want to take the
No, I'll answer. So it's a cop-out answer. Okay. I'm going to preface that. I'm not going to judge something like that until I read it, because it's the Heath Ledger rule. I mean, when they announced Heath Ledger as the Joker, I was like, that's stupid. This is stupid. This movie's going to suck. You've ruined Batman. I'm going to go, you've ruined my childhood, like all of it. And then I saw the movie and I was like, okay, I was wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read it first, and then you can talk to me after that.
All right. So in 3 years, when you get around to reading, we'll talk.
3 years. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Skiff.
I mean, I'll be the first to admit, I have read all of X of Swords. I didn't really like the ending.
Yeah.
Well, you bought 1 million books to read it, so it sucks you didn't like it, bro.
Yeah, I guess it felt like a bait and switch. It really did.
Yeah, I have not read it because, to be honest with you, man, once they started throwing 50, it felt like 50 tie-in books. Like, I would have loved to have just stuck with X-Force or just X-Men, but like, it seemed like it was too difficult to keep up with everything, so I just dropped it all.
I'm gonna buy an omnibus, and I want to read some X-Men, so I'm gonna just go the omnibus route. I think
I'm gonna start with the 90s stuff on the Marvel app. I think
that's what I was thinking. I thought about starting with the Jim Lee stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff's pretty good. I mean, issue 4, you get your Omega Red. So,
oh, that's another video I'm doing. Is what is WandaVision, and Falcon Winter Soldier taught us about comic book collecting. Stop buying stupid crap because somebody on the internet said Omega Red or Mephisto is going to show up.
Why we gotta call it stupid crap? That's not necessary, but why are we buying books based on something that's not going to happen? Because what the hell does Omega Red have to do with any of those characters at all? Not a thing.
No, you don't understand. Omega Red, he's Russian, right? And Russia is a country within the universe of Falcon Winter Soldier. So there go, the two of them are related.
Yeah, it's just like this.
Stop. How did it end, Justin?
How did X of Swords end? Man,
yes, he wears tight pants.
I the way I described it when I was talking to about it with Southern Comic Geek, I was like, it's like a cross between Harry Potter and mutants. Like, if you've seen Harry Potter, you know how they just like randomly award, Gryffindor plus 50 points because like they did something cool. Like, that's basically what X of Swords was. Like, oh, cool, you drank the drink and got drunk. Point for your team.
Hey, what did you think about Polaris being the last person on the X-Men?
Wait, what?
That's not a spoiler. That's been out for a while. She won the X-Men vote.
To do what?
To take the final spot on the X-Men team. Do you not watch?
Oh, really? No, sorry, I haven't been keeping up with this.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, they ran the X-Men vote, and
Okay.
Polaris, and I forget the other person, but she was chosen as the last person to join the new X-Men team that's kicking off after the gala.
I'm not surprised. I think Polaris is a popular character amongst X-Men fans.
It's funny. I don't read this, but somehow I still have kept up with it longer or better than you have. Speaking of which, that's kind of how it felt with the Avengers, last Avengers run, where they just randomly picked, I don't even remember who she was, to be the new Phoenix Force. And that's what we're talking about. Yeah, we were talking about that with the guy Alex that's at the comic shop. And, he just, people are going to be like, oh, you're just two white guys. But no, he's not a white guy either. And he was just like, this is the dumbest thing ever.
My man went off.
We didn't even say anything. And he's just like, this is stupid.
Nick just handed me the book, and he was like, you're going to be upset about this.
This had nothing to do with the story. This girl just...
Yeah, they literally spent 5 or 6 issues building this tournament up.
That's who it was.
To be either Captain America, which I knew it wasn't going to be,
Black Panther,
or Submariner.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say Namor.
I was 100% Team Namor.
Yeah.
Let the bad, evil guy get the Phoenix Force and just kill everybody.
I would have loved to see Black Panther.
I thought that would have been too easy.
He's already had the Phoenix Force.
Who?
Namor.
Oh, well, I guess not in this universe.
No. In Avengers vs. X-Men.
Oh, okay.
The Phoenix Force splits into 5. Namor's one of them. He actually uses the Phoenix Force to like raise up the oceans and just wreck Wakanda.
Yeah. Well, basically what they did, the reason why we liked it is because it was like this Mortal Kombat style fighting.
Everybody's stuck in like this purgatory, and Phoenix Force pulled 2 people out. One person gets it to start with, they fight, and then the other person gets it, they fight. 2 people walk in, one person leaves. It had some silly aspects like Howard the Duck was in there. What is he going to do?
Wheelchair Man, have a great night, brother.
They brother. They had Devil Dinosaur and Moon Girl was in there. Like,
yeah, and that was pretty cool.
It was cool, but it's like you obviously know they're not going to get it. Howard the Duck's not going to get it.
Yeah.
It really came down to they tried to push like Cap was going to get it, but Cap wasn't going to get it. But it was awesome the way he handled Dr. Doom in the first issue. He put a spanking on him like he made a bad grade in school. But
guys, that looked so good. Did y'all see that?
But they really pushed like it was either going to be Black Panther or Namor, and then out of nowhere, it's like, hey, guess what? It's Echo.
Did y'all see that?
I just felt like that GIF.
Yeah. Watch.
Or my expression was when Liu Kang put his hand on Kano's shoulder, and the expression that Kano gave when Liu Kang put his hands on his shoulder, he was like, "Dope." Yeah, that was my expression.
Right? It looks good though, don't it? Now, this is what
Oh
it
yeah.
actually is.
Adrian just dropped a link in the chat for B. Ramey's IG. Man is selling some slabs, 9.8 spawn, 300s and 301s right now.
For sure.
And he's running some deals on them. Go check it out.
Yeah, Josh, if you're looking for some keys, man, throw up on the slab wall.
I have some of those Avengers versus X-Men. I haven't read them yet. I need to read them.
It starts out really cool, but by the end of it, do you want me to spoil it for you? Like
by the end of it, it just kind of felt like somebody dumped a bucket of poop on your head.
Like the end of it, like there's a major death in it that just is senseless. It's just from out of nowhere.
Did Donny Cates write it?
What's that?
Did Donny Cates write it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. It sounded like all the other stuff he writes, just from the way you described
it.
It
seems like Marvel has a hard time really finishing a good storyline lately. You know,
like they're really good at building it up, but then the end is kind of a letdown.
I mean, Jason Aaron with that Moon Knight arc he had, I thought that one delivered pretty well.
And I think that's why they're doing the spin-off out of that.
No, I don't think it ended well. I still believe that like
it's not finished though.
Okay, then I'll
Moon Knight's getting a whole series that's picking right up with that.
Yep.
Yeah, but how long between when that ended and they announced that there was going to be a new series?
It took a while, but I think that was because of COVID.
I don't know. I don't think it was COVID. I think it was like, oh, this was more popular than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
let's capitalize on this.
Guys, I knew Donnie didn't write that. I was just.
Dude, I'm so pumped. I've finally watched all of Clone Wars and all of Rebels. Clone Wars is a Star Wars masterpiece. That final few episodes, there's nothing outside of the trilogy. There is nothing better than Clone Wars, and I will hold that to my heart.
What's up, Jimmy?
So I guess this is a question for you, Nick.
Go ahead.
Do you have a new appreciation for Revenge of the Sith after watching Clone Wars?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
You're not even gonna ask me. I understand.
We haven't seen Clone Wars.
Yeah, but I should still be included.
You're right. I apologize. Dustin, after hearing Nick talk about Clone Wars, do you have a new appreciation for a movie called Revenge of the Sith?
Is Jar Jar in it?
What up, Geek?
Jar Jar is in at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Revenge of the Sith, to me, is like the best Star Wars movie ever.
See, if Ryan, Comics and Death Metal, actually taught me and myself as a person, he would A-OK me a certain book he just got back. Just throwing that out there.
Jeff might be getting one of them from him.
What up, CJ? Look, I was going through organizing comic books because I'm trying to.
CJ, what's going on, bro?
Just some like back issue runs and stuff. See anybody wants them, just so I can clear some room. And I found the rest of the Thor books for him, so I'm going to get him those.
Awesome.
So let's see.
Ooh, I picked up an awesome book from Skeff recently. I'm hoping it'll be here by Friday so I can use it on the hunt. It's pretty cool. It's actually for Hagen.
There you go. This is pretty cool. So talk to Tom Brigwort about Marvel's lack of ability to finish stories because they want to end with the status quo instead of actually having stories with consequences. I wonder what he said about that, though. Oh, is that during your live stream you did during Empire?
That was my argument as to why I didn't like the Moon Knight story, right? Because the story started with him taking all of the Avengers' abilities so that he could fight Mephisto. And then the story ends with Mephisto still coming to attack him and him giving all the powers back. There was no...
That's a good point.
What changed? Nothing changed.
I think I was
At least Mephisto actually did show up.
I think I was just so wrapped up in just
the first issue. Like the first issue just was so cool.
And I think that's why a lot of people were just like so wrapped up in King of Black. But at the end, it's like at the end of the Venom run and everything, like what were the like nothing really happened. Silver Surfer Black was irrelevant at that point because Silver Surfer was just there to pop a hole in the world. They brought in freaking Captain Universe to be the guy.
Let me I should preface this with all saying, like, I didn't like the ending, but that's not going to stop me from going out and buying Moon Knight #1 the week that it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, there's that chance of it being able to I lost the word. Make up for it, I guess. I can't think of the word. Thank you guys for helping me out so much.
I don't know what word you're trying to think.
I have no clue what you're trying to talk about.
Like when you go out and do something stupid, but you have a second chance to go and
redeem yourself.
Oh, yes, right, I feel like so. Maybe that Moon Knight series will be able to shine some light on what happened and be able to redeem the ending there. What's up, Second Street Marvel? I caught a couple of his live streams this week on the replay. I was enjoying that.
Dude, he is freaking hilarious.
I really enjoy watching his content.
So I don't know if you know or not, but we're a member of his channel because he does. He legitimately is hilarious.
Nah, Skeff, I'm not doing any of the in-house signings and stuff, man. I could talk about that at some point, boy. I'll tell you what. You got to be kidding me. Chris Evans coming here $500,000 for a signature on a book that he ain't have nothing to do with. I wouldn't let him sign nothing of mine for free.
I mean, how many books has Stan Lee signed that he had nothing to do with?
Well, I wouldn't let Stan Lee just sign any book either. I mean, but that's just how I am.
First off, who are you saying doesn't have his sign-in?
What's his name? Chris Evans?
Human Torch?
The guy who played Captain America in the movies?
Oh, that Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing a signature?
Yeah, he's doing an in-house signing, and I think the chick that plays Scarlet Witch did too. But he was asking like $350, $400 for a signature. And I'm like,
it is crazy, but again, they're doing that because people like his signature by itself will sell for that.
Well, yeah, I know, but and then like a lot of people like I've had people just hit me up. Of course, they know I'm a Cap fan. So and this is not me like saying don't ask me that question. Like I'm just saying like people hit me up and ask me, and I'm like no. And like some people were shocked to hear me say like no, I wouldn't send him a Captain America book and let him sign it. Like he had nothing to do with that book. And then I had somebody bring up the argument. Well, didn't you get Jason David Frank to sign one of your comic books? And I'm like, yes, I did. But he created that character. He made that character. He didn't create the character. He made that character.
I had Sean Schimmel sign Dragon Ball. Actually.
But he voiced the character. He made the character who that he had a hand in making that product.
Yeah, for me, he's
but you're speaking as a comic fan.
Yeah.
There's an 8-year-old out there that only knows Chris Evans as Captain America. Like that is their Captain America.
That's what
if people are willing to pay it, I mean, I don't fault him for wanting to get that.
I'm not faulting him. I'm just saying, like, there's no way I would like it almost makes me sad to think like somebody would send like a Captain America 100 or something like that for this man to sign. Like that for some reason that just bugs me so much. Like that you would let this man put his signature on such a great piece of comic book history.
But again, some people,
I mean, you do what you want. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. This is how I feel about this. This is how what I'm saying.
Man,
I just, but I mean, crap. I mean, it's like Josh has that one book that's signed by somebody who had nothing to do with it, with a wrong married back cover, and it's got a grade that's probably the only grade on the planet that has that weird one. But but I mean, if I had an Avengers DVD, like sure, sign that if you want to, but
will they grade that?
Oh, I don't know. Jack Kirby brought Captain America to life with the artwork on the beautiful pages he wrote and drew. Yeah, an 8-year-old would not buy him. And if I had an 8-year-old, I wouldn't buy him a $400 autograph.
Hey Ryan, so you gonna AOK me a certain first appearance of a certain 9/8 book you just got back this week? Just throwing that out there. Just saying. Just saying.
I mean, it's going to be in your possession soon, so you do what you want.
It would
So,
be cool to have him on a
here's
show.
a cool story. Hold on, what?
Basically, Geek Aficionado said he wouldn't have him sign anything.
100% right there with you, Jimmy. 100%.
AOK for money.
So
$3,600, right?
my guys at Back to Back, they so John went and looked at a collection on Monday, and this guy had some really, really cool books. He had probably one of the cleanest Silver Surfer 4s I've ever seen. Oh yeah, absolutely, Jimmy. Yeah, he brought if it wasn't for Jason David Frank, like that character never would have taken off. I don't think the franchise would have really hit the heights that it did. So I agree with you. Silver Surfer 4. Great looking copy, but it has this stamp on it. Okinawa. A comic shop in Okinawa stamp on the Silver Surfer 4
That's
cover.
cool.
Dude, cool as crap, man. The book is clean as can be. So I'm like, man, like he's like, if I get it, what do you think? And I'm like, I think I've spent way too much money in the past 6 months. How much do you want? I'm like, because that's a book I want. Yes. And that Okinawa stamp on it, like that is just insane cool. I mean, insane cool.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's where my Kirby signature is, on the inside of the book. Yeah, 0.3 grade.
Yeah.
How do you get a CGC 0.3 grade? I want to know if there's any other books on the planet with that grade.
I don't know.
Do
Speaking
you
of
still
grade,
have that? Do you still have that, Josh?
no, it's sold.
Oh, because I think I asked him before, because I went in there, I was going to just buy it because I was just like, you know what, that's just too cool.
Yeah. Well, and see, I think it would have been cool to do a giveaway with it. But speaking of grading, so my books at CBCS, they should be coming back. I'm hoping this week, man.
Bro, Birch was steamed about that. He said his stuff's been there for like 6 months.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Skeff got a really, really rough looking slab back from them. Ultimate Fallout 4 quadruple signed, and it looked like the slab got drugged behind a bicycle.
But was that current? Was that direct from them, or just he bought a slab?
No, he had it graded by them. He had it verified. He had the book signed in person by all 4 people, and then sent it in for verification. That's the first time I've seen something like that. So I don't know.
Yeah. There's no telling, man. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. I'm hoping everything comes back.
Matrix comics. I've never even seen those movies. I need to do that one day.
They're good movies. They're not bad. Number 4's coming out. But speaking of grading, so I was on the Facebook, like I would just scroll through real quick, and somebody mentioned PGX graded a counterfeit Hulk 181, but it was very clear they said it's a counterfeit, and people were just dragging the company. Like, why would they even consider dragging or grading a counterfeit? I'm like, bro, CGC
does it.
Grading TMNT number 1s. No,
Does it.
I would never buy PGX, or just be candid. I mean, nah, it's not happening. Like, I would buy it, but I would not send my books to them. It's just not gonna happen. But
that's cool, Skeff. That's good. They're gonna do that. Yeah, Jimmy, right on, man. I actually got my first, literally this last submission from CGC. My books, like that's the first time I've ever had a submission from them, and there was no issues. And I'm not talking about with the grades. I'm talking about with the label, with the cases. Like everything was peachy. Everything was peachy. I couldn't believe it.
I'll tell you, and I emailed CBCS just to ask a quick question. Dude, Derek, that guy got back to me within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And again, nobody knows my name or my address and stuff. So it's not like, oh, you better respond to him quick. It was just pretty cool. What were you going to say, Justin? You look like you had something to say.
You guys are making me nervous because I just sent 13 books to CGC.
Well, it won't matter because when you get them back in a year, it's, they're probably irrelevant now.
Yeah. I mean, who knows, man? You might even get lucky and get one of those new graders at the new facility, one of those rookie graders. So,
look, I'm so mad, like I'm so frustrated because I sent those.
And I mean, hey, dude, just remember, you know, they check them, they make sure all the pages are there. I mean, they're all there. It's good. So, you know, CGC knows what they're doing, bro.
Justin's like, I hate you guys because I sent some expensive stuff out.
Oh,
No, bro, have you seen the video with the guy grading the Superman 1?
He was doing a page count.
Yeah, like that was how he was going through the book.
Yeah, it is really
like Superman 1, bro. Right there with a camera in his face. I'll tell you one thing though, with CGC, like that's with those in-house signings, like I hate that crap because, like, all right, so I've had Turtles books sitting at CGC, me and Houdat, both of us, combined probably like 15 Turtles books sitting there, magazine size. And it was already backed up because, you know, everybody sent every last Ronin copy that was ever printed to CGC at the same time. And they've been there since December. Well, then they do the Kevin Eastman signing. And then all those books get to come in there and jump right in front of my books that have been sitting there this whole time because they paid for the sign. Like they get their stuff in and out. Like, and mine's still sitting in the graders room for 3 weeks now. And that happens with every time. Huh?
They didn't even, some people didn't even get their stuff signed by them. They had to either cancel or try to reschedule.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand why, I mean, I understand, I guess, because it's time, you know, get them signed, fine. But then those books need to go in the back of the line behind my books. Like, I understand you're using it as a marketing technique. Like, hey, you can send them in and get them signed. And we got 2-week turnaround, except for that one. But it's just like, you know, but screw all of you guys who have been had books sitting here for 4 months. Like, you guys just got to wait. And
that's just going to CBCS, man.
And that's why I think a lot of their stuff's gotten backed up because they are not going to stop doing these in-house signings. I don't think, and I think there's going to be, I think that's another thing CBCS is going to have going for them because there's going to be less and less CGC representation at cons. I mean, probably like the big four, yeah. But the lady even said on one of the interviews, like they're not going to quit doing these, and that's the way that they're trying. She was talking about like there's a possibility of them moving to that as being the way to get your book signed, and there's going to be a lot less representation at these cons. I mean, and that sucks too. You know, I mean, if I want to get a book signed, if I want to get it graded, like I'm not going to send it in. And I'm not real big on signatures, but if I'm going to get a book signed and get it graded, like I'm not going to just send it in for somebody to sign it and move on to the next one. Like if I'm going to pay that money, I want the experience of looking you in your eyeball and telling you what I think, or at least, you know, shake the man's hand, shake the woman's hand, something, you know, but I'm not about that. The only reason why I was considering doing it for the JDF one is because I've, you know, we're homies anyway. Like we've talked already. We already know what's up.
I thought he was going to karate chop me.
I mean, you know, we done sat around and chopped it up about Harleys and everything else. So
yeah.
I got a response back from him on Facebook too. That was pretty cool. He was loading up from Texas and he just slung his Road King in the back of a Dodge pickup and drove it to California. I was like, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Just throw the Road King in the back of the truck. That dude has went Harley crazy, man. He rebuilt that panhead that his dad had. And then he jumped into an ultra classic. Now he's riding a Road Glide. I'm like, bro, how many bikes do you? Dang, dude. Like you just now jump into the Harley world and you just buying them up like 40 grand a piece at a time over and over. So lucky. So lucky.
Well, I was going to say, oh, Justin, did you see the Kamala Khan image? What'd you think about that?
I don't know. That was just what they said in that video I watched, Jimmy.
She looks like the costume straight from the comics.
Yeah. It definitely looks a little CW-ish for sure, though. You know what I mean? Like that weird.
I can see that, but we haven't seen it with special effects yet.
Yeah.
Very good point.
What we've seen is just what some rando took.
Yeah.
It hasn't been polished yet.
You talking about Kamala Khan?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hate her. You want to know why?
I don't know. Do I want to know why?
So when I got that PlayStation from Nick, I told Hagen, I was like, "Hey, buddy, there's an Avengers game," and he got all excited. So we went and bought the Avengers game. Bro, you don't even play as the Avengers for most of the game. It's just they should have called it just Marvel's presents KomiKon PS4 game. Like, bro, you don't even hardly get to play as the Avengers. I'm like, and they kill Cap. Bro, they kill Cap literally like 5 minutes into the game. Cap's dead. And I'm like, why y'all got to do this, man? Like, you know, you get to play as the Hulk for a little bit, and then you get to play as Iron Man, but it's not really Iron Man. It's Tony Stark with some soup cans on his arms and legs that happen to make him fly. But like for the majority of it, you're playing as KomiKon. I'm like, bro, I want to play as the Avengers. So I will never support KomiKon now. It's not her fault, but
I like how you don't like her because of the video game's writer.
well, you know, that's what I said. It's not her. I said it's not her fault. I'm not saying that it even makes sense, but
You know, Dustin, that's one of the reasons why I like you, because your anger makes no sense.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to. In my head, you know,
He's an emotional guy.
I will show you where you stand.
Hey, Brandon, have a good night, guys. Go check out his Instagram, man. He is selling those slabs, paying for the masters, and it's not cheap. It's not cheap. What's up, Kenneth? What's up? Josh, I actually, to be honest with you,
Nathan, not sure on 4 yet. I'll have to check. 3 is supposed to be out in 2 weeks, but there is still going to be 5 issues. Yes, it's not being released on a weekly basis. It's more like a bi-monthly basis at this point. But I'll definitely be updating on release dates for 4 and stuff like that for sure.
yeah, we need to. I think we talked about maybe trying to do a video something this week.
Yeah.
Something like that. So, and I'm trying to see if we have gotten a release date yet. I know we've gotten a cover, but I don't know if I've seen a release date. We'll do a video on that. Check it. So, Josh, you were saying this book, and I don't know, maybe Justin's heard of it.
She also kind of reminds me, like I think she's like, to me, KomiKon is like Spider-Man without the webs. Like playing the video game anyway, that's the way I felt. I was like, oh, this is just like playing Spider-Man. She just flying across the room like Spider-Man. I'm like,
Does
really?
anybody
Y'all couldn't even just give me a regular Spider-Man?
Well, they know you wouldn't buy it then.
Yeah, I know. Nick gave me the Spider-Man game. It's on the bottom of the pile. I ain't playing that. We did get Monster Jam this week. Monster Jam is tight. As soon as I get off this stream, I'm gonna be on there raising Cain with Monster Jam, bro.
Yeah. So Justin, do either of y'all know about this book he's talking about?
No, I wish I would have.
I have all but New Comic Book Day canceled at this point almost. I've just been spending so much money on back issues and stuff that my pull list is very, very slim. I think I have Walking Dead, The Recount, Nottingham, and Ronin. And I think that's it, man. I think that's all I have on my pull list right now.
So I just pulled up an image of the book, and I'm not gonna lie, like that hardcover book looks good. Like, look at this.
It's Monster by Barry Windsor Smith.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Looks cool.
Yep, I have seen that. So Josh, how much is it at your shop? Is it $3.99 or 50% off?
Free 99. I like that.
Yeah, I'll give you.
I need to go hit Dave up and see if he'll let me get that 50% off all hardcovers just in the middle of the year instead of having to wait until Black Friday. Give me the homie hookup. You know what? I've been finding out that people have been running up to Dave's, and I'm not liking that. Y'all need to stay out my honey hole. I shouldn't have told nobody about it. Is what I shouldn't have done.
Didn't Sam Comic Geek plan a trip there, or
I took him there twice. But like, I've been seeing other people like jumping on saying, "Yeah, I've been there. I go up there now." Like,
Hey,
stay out my honey hole. I still got my Turtles books hid though. Ain't nobody gonna find my Turtles Volume 1 books that I'm picking up a little bit at a time. Y'all ain't gonna find them. Dave don't even know where they're at.
Josh. Does my discount count? Oh, dang it, my phone died. So something happened. My wife, if you're watching, my phone's dead.
Nick,
My discount
I've been giving you flash books for free for a month. I think you could pay full price for a hardcover. Okay.
No, that's separate. He's doing that to emotionally affect me in a negative way.
Those are books that he probably doesn't have. They've probably been sitting there so long that they've just completely dissipated in value anyway, as far as what he would get for them. He had to put money out for this hardcover. I think that you could at least just pay him full price so he can at least make his $6 back on it.
You know what, Dustin? You walked in there and offered man 50% of what he had on slab prices, and he took it. I'm asking,
but they've been sitting there for a year.
No,
Again, I didn't go in there and try to beat him down on something that he just forked all this money out for and ain't gonna make but 4 cents on.
No, dude, he's gonna make a chunk.
He's had those books up there for over a year, so I'm sure he paid very little for them anyway.
If I don't make it by tomorrow, I would like to have that held for me then, because I will buy it, Josh, and I will read it. Thank you, Josh. I love you.
I love how Nick gets so uncomfortable whenever
The one time I'm not even trying to negotiate. I'm just asking a question. One time I tried to negotiate, I can't even get $1 off of something.
I love it. I love
it.
The
second that Avengers 4, though, for real, hits like $2,400. It's gone.
Well, I could see you doing that, yeah, but I mean, you was trying to sell that book before we got away from Jeremy's booth, bro.
Bro, I don't like it. I don't like having that much wrapped up.
I know you don't, but
bro, I got $1,000 in doggy coin. Tell you that much.
I've bought $20 worth in the last month. That's it,
dude.
It's just been going like this though.
No, today it's been going.
Has it?
I'm in like $780 profit before my phone died. So
I need to see what mine is, man. I don't even know how to read like what my stuff's worth on there. So I just look to see if it's going this way or if it's going this way.
Elon Musk was the host on SNL.
Yeah, I know. Once I saw him pushing it, I just read something about him pushing it. I saw Elon Musk and Dogecoin, and I was like, Nick, how do I buy some of this stuff?
Yeah. Nah, bro, I'm sitting. At one point, it was up to about 1,200, and I'm like, yeah, let it dip again. If it dips, I'm putting my life savings in it.
Ooh, that sounds like a great idea.
All like $4. It's going right back into it.
Well,
hey, Baron Zemo, how you doing?
What's going on,
man? Look, I'm gonna be punny here. I enjoyed your show this week or last week. Heck if I know, man. What else happened this week? Sweet Tooth. That trailer came out. Looks amazing. Will Forte in it. It's only 40 issues plus some of the extras. The actual spinoff series. So I'm probably going to go through and read that because it's a Jeff Lemire book.
No.
Have you read it, Justin?
I have not.
Yeah.
Is it on Comixology Unlimited?
That I don't know.
We also got an unofficial announcement that Something That's Killing the Children is in the early developments for a TV series. Hopefully an official announcement will come soon from a reputable source, but for now we just have an unofficial announcement. I don't want to see anybody saying Two Brothers Comics said no. We said unofficial. Netflix ain't said nothing. Boom Studios ain't said nothing.
Rich Ross comes out with it.
Yeah. No, you could bet your behind Ross Ritchie ain't gonna miss one opportunity to say something about one of his books, boy. That man, he might have Donnie Cates beat for best self-hype man, dude. He is wearing it out on Instagram.
Ross Ritchie is a phenomenal marketer.
Absolutely, man. He said, hey, y'all. He said, hey, y'all.
The first 12 issues
printed book Boom Studios has ever done. Something's Killing Children number 5, 125. $700 raw book in 6 minutes. It happened.
First 12 issues are on Comixology Unlimited.
Nice. I know it looks a little childish, but I'm totally cool with that. Like, in my mind, not everything has to be like. I'm cool with a little bit of like a fantasy and like fantasy. Like, I guess I'm trying to like that doesn't sound good.
Like Ludicrous?
No. Like a fantasy type story, right? Like a Wizard of Oz, whimsical enjoyment. Like it doesn't have to. Like in my mind, I'm okay with it not being super serious or super dark. So.
Speaking of Wizard of Oz, we need to do the giveaway for the Kara Prime giveaway from last week. And I can't share my screen anymore, Nick, so you'll have to set the wheel up.
Can you copy and email me the names off the thing?
I already exited out of the page, bro. Sorry. Okay. There's only like 7, so I can read them off to you.
Do you have it saved or anywhere?
I just went to IG and checked the hashtag, but I can send it to I can send you. I can text you the names.
Well, email it because my phone's dead.
Do you want me to just read them to you?
No, because we need to keep the show going. One of us needs to keep the show going.
Well, Justin's checked out, so I guess you go ahead and I'll get you the names.
Oh, sorry, I was going to read Sweet Tooth. I can read it out loud to everybody if that's what. If we want to do that.
So, Josh, is it a kind of a coming of age tale, or tell me a little about it? No, man, I'm not really into the Robin character all that much. He's not my
or DC in general. That's just me. Like I'm not buying anything DC right now.
I'm trying to think if I'm buying anything DC. I'm done with Batman after.
Yeah, I killed Batman before
after the price increases and stuff.
I killed Batman after the first issue back because the prices jumped and all that crap. I was just like, yeah.
Or no, it was like 104, 105. You're talking about after Future State?
I think it was 112.
Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of paying $5.99 and then extra pages in the book and stuff. Yeah. Plus, it's going to go up. It's just, Uncle Justin's reading time. So Whack Comics, they have silent reading time, and everybody just gets on a live stream and sits there and read comic books. Not even kidding. It's brilliant. All right, Skeff, take it easy, brother.
Later, man. I'll catch you next week.
And I haven't read the Joker yet, but I'm going to wait until that because I believe Joker's only a 5 or 6 issue, right? Or is it longer? I thought it was just.
Sure. It's a mini series. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so I'm probably just going to wait and read that all at one point because something like that, I think I'm just going to enjoy back to back to back. We can have them go through the Hellfire Gala and read those. The little excerpts.
I could. Oh man, I guess I could read Han's lines, but I'd have to work on the accent, huh?
I don't know anything about Han, so.
I think I'd do a better Team Eastland.
We also have to do the super chat giveaway tonight, still too.
Yep. Speaking of Iceland, you need to do Yaya or watch the Fire Saga on Netflix. Justin.
Yaya Ding Dong?
Yaya Ding Dong. Next Friday night, you and your wife tell Liz I'm highly recommending this movie. You turn on Netflix, get you a beer or two, and you watch Fire Saga. Okay, it's on Netflix. It's got Will Ferrell in it. Y'all will love it. But you gotta watch the whole thing. Okay? And then me and Ryan will sing Ya Ya Ding Dong. Take it easy, Trinity. Yeah.
Well, this looks promising.
So, Joker, I'm not sure if how do you guys feel about it being told from like more the James Gordon point of view, and then it being Joker kind of moving around the world, so to speak, in different areas of the world? I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy that part of it. You know what I mean? All right. So after we do that, after we do the Kara Prime, I'll get the super chat one. So if anybody
talk about the Al Snow giveaway.
Yes, and so if you're here, we're giving away a $60 tier on the Al Snow book. You can check it out earlier in the stream.
And all 3 copies are signed. You get the metal cover.
And just put a post out showing the one of the covers or something like that, but from the Kickstarter, and use the hashtag Al Snow Comic, and we will draw for it next week.
Actually, I don't think the metal cover was included in that one. I think you just get all 3 covers, and all 3 are signed.
We're talking, these are 40-page comic books.
It is a great read, too. I really, really enjoyed it. And it's a Birch book.
Yep. Justin has a kid, and he needs by the way, Al Snow, he would certainly destroy all of us in comic book knowledge. He used to have stuff that, like,
crazy, bro. Crazy knowledgeable.
Yeah. So I saw him do an interview recently, I think earlier in the week, where he's got fans telling him that he should be cast as Lobo.
Oh, he has to buy his beard, but that'd be cool.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." And then he just starts going on naming like all of the characters that he would like to play.
Yeah.
And like he was pulling some like deep cuts there, and that's when I was like, "Oh crap!" Like Al knows his stuff.
He's super intelligent guy.
I mean, when he started talking about certain runs and
I mean, not even just comics, like in general, dude is just he is a brain.
Yeah.
All right, you get the email.
I'll check. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I was very worried. Like, okay, we're gonna have Al Snow on here. He's gonna be like, "Oh, good lord, it's comic book nerds." I'm not gonna get really like, but dude, super genuine, super sweet. I was very.
No, I definitely didn't think he'd be like that. I mean, it's his book. Like,
no, I know. I don't know. I guess it kind of makes you feel weird. I guess.
I think that's just you.
Hey, Josh, I've just now seen your email. I haven't clicked read on it yet, but I'm just now seeing that. I'll get back to you on whatever that is.
Justin, please get your word out that Nick keeps denying you.
What word?
Again, he tried to speak and you just cut him off. Can you let the man speak? He hasn't been.
I'm not even on camera anymore. I'm not.
I'm really looking forward to hang out with Al at conventions, because I think he's going to do a number of conventions with Broken Icon to help promote the book. It's going to be. I'm really looking forward to hanging out with him behind a table.
I'm looking forward to hanging out with him behind the table at Lexington.
That's what I was gonna say. So I think I'm good to go there, actually.
Yeah. I'm sleeping in Justin and Eric's room on the floor, so I don't know what you're doing, bro, but I don't know. I might just hit Al up and be like, "Hey, man, like
now that we're best
friends with you, bro." Like, I'll wear the Mankind mask. We can pretend like we're the tag team champions.
I'm so glad you didn't show up with that.
No, I wasn't going to do that.
All right, guys. So this is a little uneventful. So I'm just going to be quick about it. Shuffle. We have Beans. We have Ryan. We have Panda. Nosh on there because he shared it on Facebook. All right, ready to go.
When is Lexington?
September 9th through the 12th.
Cool.
It's a 4-day show.
Yeah, we're definitely going, bro. Johnny Lawrence is there. Comics and Death Metal, right on. Hey, we don't have to. Oh, well, I guess you have to ship it anyway. Never mind. So, yeah, Johnny Lawrence is going to be in Lexington. I'm totally bringing my Cobra Kai books.
Hey, do you want me to just send you my half of the cash and let you order it tomorrow?
That's fine.
Okay. We have to do it tomorrow because it ends.
It ends in 11 days.
No. This is that Brian. His
instant. Oh, Brian's. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to do the super chat. So you guys talk about the con in Lexington, and maybe we can get people to join us.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool.
They
haven't announced all the guests yet, have they?
I don't believe so. Like, the thing with Lexington is so two things. I don't know how COVID's going to affect any of this, but in the past, that it's a huge show. Like it's multiple floors, and I'm not just talking like you go into a weird building and it's on 2 floors there. I'm talking like there is a huge convention floor and then a huge upstairs floor filled with vendors and artists and all kinds of stuff. So that's the first thing. The second thing is it's kind of like the unofficial second biggest Power Rangers convention in the country. Like it's not as big as Power Morphicon, but they still get a ton of Ranger actors to do signings there.
Cool. It looks like they've got half the cast for Home Improvement going to be there. That's awesome.
I didn't know that.
Yep, they're going to have Heidi, the Tool Time girl.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also going to have, what was his name? Oh my gosh. Why can't I think of his name? Tim Allen's co-host on Tool Time. I can't think of his name. Al. Yeah, Al. Al's going to be there. Erica Durance. Don't know her. She is from Smallville.
Oh, she played Lois, didn't she?
I've never seen it. Yeah, Lois Lane.
Yeah.
Tom Welling from Smallville.
Oh, so he was Clark or Superman.
Okay. Like I said, Johnny Lawrence is gonna be there. Super cool. We got John Kreese is gonna be there. Super cool.
Real quick, I'm doing the
Mr.
super
Miyagi
chat.
will not be there.
I'm doing the super chat wheel. So if anybody super chats like Dustin, I need you to Justin, just let me know so I don't miss them.
Atlanta Comic-Con has also started making some announcements, which we will also be at. I will be at. I really want to go to MegaCon too. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get Nick down there though.
You just need to. I'm going to try to make it to either MegaCon or Atlanta. You just need to tell me which one to come to.
Well, I'm 100,000% going to Atlanta. That is for sure happening. So far, Atlanta. Let's see. Oh, they haven't made any guest announcements.
We got another super chat.
It's just Beans.
Hold on, let me come back to that.
He did a $4.99.
Beans, I'm gonna literally say a small prayer for you. It's not funny. I know it's not funny. Oh my gosh.
How cool would it be if they got Kano to show up at Lexington, bro?
Like original or new Kano?
Either one. They were both fantastic and definitely the heart and soul of the movies. But yeah, new Kano, definitely.
We got another sticker.
We got Nathan Martinez said, Beans, I ain't playing with you, dude. $9.99. I'm in the house. These guys are literally out here battling it out for these mystery boxes. Bro, we don't put about $4 worth of books in these things.
That's no.
Nice super chat a bet that Beans won't win. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I found something to do with this awesome Jim Carrey action figure. He just hangs out.
Can you at least tell him thank you?
Oh, thanks, guys. I was just enjoying the fact that Beans is like trying to get his last minute dig in there to bump up his numbers, and Nathan's like, you didn't say the magic word. He said, Nathan, I'm done with you.
I like the way that Nick, you were like, Dustin, say thank you. Like I would be talking to my 2-year-old.
Well, I can't see. Like I can't see the stream or anything.
At this point, though, like these two are not doing this for us. They are going at it. Like this is a war at this point. Oh my gosh, 2-to-1 odds.
All right.
Oh man.
All right. So no more if you're because I know there's lag, so I'm gonna wait like a minute, but no more. All right, because it's done.
Unless you want to. You can't get in on the wheel, but that doesn't mean you have to
I'm gonna
stop.
wait like 1 minute for the lag, and then I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen.
1 minute lag. Good Lord, son.
I'm just making sure, man.
Remember how we used to when we used to do the Facebook auctions and they would do the lag timer at the beginning? Boy, we had that lag down at one point, man. We were able to freaking get some books from folk. Like we would snipe a book at the last second.
We get all of the dollar books and pay about $5 a piece for them. Son.
I'm talking about when we bought them.
That's what I'm saying. I would buy those stupid books for no dang reason because.
Oh yeah, I know. Like we was just going crazy on those $3 bins. Phil is actually selling some really nice books right now.
Yeah,
he put up for sale today.
Oh, Dustin, I didn't realize it, dude, but I have 2 near mint copies of Wolverine #1.
We got another one.
Which one? No, he didn't. He did the charity vote for him. He did the charity. That's the charity super chat right there. Oh my gosh. Oh.
When you put that one on the wheel, I think you need to you need to asterisk so that we know that if it wins, it's really meant for beans.
All right, I got it. All right, so
Nathan Beans.
Come on, Beans. All right. What were we talking about before I pull this up? Nathan, Beans, both of y'all guys, everybody, Sean, all of you folks, man. Again, we really do appreciate it. Doesn't
what were we talking about, man?
Conventions?
No, joking about something. Anybody watching?
Oh no, we were talking about the you were talking about the Wolverine #1s. Which one? The limited or
the black covers?
Oh, first patch, yeah.
New Wolverine orange cover.
That'd be the limited series.
Yeah.
Frank Miller.
Yeah.
Real folks know that. They don't call it the orange
I'm just
cover.
trying to be clear. It's the orange cover. And it's pretty high, but it's not the newsstand like what I sent.
I got a newsstand copy. It's probably like a 8.5.
You got some clean copies, Justin.
Yes, I did. I'm really considering sending those in.
I thought
he said sell them. I was like,
no. I got to make sure they come back 9/8 first, then I'll sell them.
Dude, totally.
I'm telling you what, man. I forget who it was. Somebody got a pretty decent set from our giveaway that we did.
Yeah.
Donated by Back to Back.
Hey, Justin, for real though, I will not be mad if you sold those to finish up your X-Men run.
Nah, I'm not going to do that.
I mean,
don't do it, dude. That's really screwed. That's really crappy.
I have an amazing copy of Batman 423 that now is going for like $900.
Dude, I literally could never, ever forgive the fact that I gave you that book.
Bro. So listen, I have them stacked, and I was going to go take them to Josh today to let him look at them, see if he had any interest, because I'm real close to being done with what I need to do. But my wife brought my books home. So
I really would. I would love to have that 423 back, but you're not going to sell it back to me for.
I'll sell it back to you.
I was going to say anything that I'd be able to, or willing to pay for it, but.
Yeah. Nick, I don't think I told you. I mean, you know that I'm getting a Canto #1 first print, right? Mm-hmm. So, I was talking to Darren about it, and I was like, I'll send you cash because it's a pricey book. And he's like, no, it's fine. You're cool. I'm like, well, I don't want you to think I'm just going to flip it. And he's like, no, if you do, it's cool.
There you go. Hey,
yeah, me and Nick's been on those Marvel Presents, man. I have a ton of those. I used to pick them up all the time if it's cover buys. Like I was trying to put the whole series together until people cared about them, and then that's like anything like I try to put a series together for, like it gets hot. If y'all want to know what the next hot thing is gonna be, ask me what I'm trying to fill a run of. I promise you,
love this.
Without doubt, it is going to pop as the next big thing people want to collect. And I will never be. I've got so many unfinished runs because it just blew up, and I'm like, well, I'm done buying these.
I legitimately do love this cover, though. I do.
I mean, I'm talking about the series in general. I have tons of them.
All right, we're ready.
CGC Team CGC 9.8 YouTube channel started pumping up the Jurassic Park 9.8. So I'm like, bro, will you chill out? Why does everybody want to do this to me?
I hope Beans Chat wins.
I'm gonna say Nosh.
James S.
Oh my god, he won. I said Nosh, and it almost hit Nosh, bro. It almost hit Nosh. That's right, 9-2 crew. Well, there you go, Beans, man. We're gonna make sure you get your $4 worth of books, bro. I promise you. I think he passed out. Like, he can't even say anything because he passed. There he is. The streak is over, man.
That was a legit win.
Yeah, that wasn't even. How close was the other one to hitting?
Oh, the line?
Yeah, where's the one that you?
James is close though, man.
No, where's the Nathan Beans? Okay, nah, it wasn't even close to the Nathan Beans. That was square. Right on, man. The boyhood dream has come true. Throwing a little Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 12.
Josh, you're still here. Seriously though, Josh, because I haven't stacked up. Do you have any interest in high grade X or Wolverine ones and Batman 423? If not, I'll put them out on Instagram. I just figured I'd take them to you first because.
Ooh, I might have interest in one of those Wolverine ones.
Okay.
I mean, I have interest in my Batman book that I gave you, but.
No, you didn't give me crap. And by the way, you have a very nice, inexpensive Transformers book that you were outright given. So I don't.
I'll trade you.
No, bro. I don't want to get rid of none of them, but I'm pretty close. And then as soon as this bubble bursts, I'm gonna be on a wild man buying everything.
Oh, as you should, because I'll be doing the same thing.
Wild man.
I don't know how long it'll take, but I don't think everything's gonna bust. I don't think everything will bust, but a lot of stuff's gonna come back down. But it's probably gonna be a minute though. I mean, every time I think it's starting to slow down, I look and I'm like, oh wow, that one went up again.
Yeah.
That 8.5 Iron Fist 14 I paid $200 for last year's touching $1,000.
All right, so this is what I'll do then on those books because I did promise. I did tell Josh I was going to bring him first, so by my word. And then Dustin, I'll tell you what I'm willing to sell it for. Oh, Bean, did you highlight that, Dustin? See, that's what
I can't highlight anything.
Okay, so what I'll do then is I'll go Josh, Dustin on the 423. I do have 2 Wolverine ones, so I'll go to Justin, see if he's interested in one with other or both, and then I'll go Beans. If not, and again, I'll be honest, I'm not gonna. They're like, I'm not doing. I gotta get full cash. You know what I mean? So I can't be like friends and family.
He's looking for dick prices.
What?
I said you're gonna be trying to sell them for them dick prices, like selling them like you start scrolling eBay.
No.
Find a book and you're like, oh, that guy's a dick.
I'll put some extras in there, but I gotta get. You know what I mean? So about $300, $500 for all of them. And you know how hard that's gonna be for me to do? Because like I had to legitimately like just have a price in my head before I went to Josh's, before he started talking to me. Because I'd be like, no, dude, just take them. You can have them all anyways. It's fine.
I know you would. That's why I'm sitting here like.
Be like, here you go, Josh. Here, have them.
Yeah, but see, I don't buy keys just because they're keys. Like I don't buy anything I don't want. Like I've got a couple of books that I've bought recently that are literally just because my wife was like, we need to invest money in something, and so
that's an $1,100
invested money into a couple of books. But I mean, I'm not gonna buy a book just because it's a good price or a key. Like I don't know. Like, it's got to be in my lane though, and everything in my lane is just. I'm so glad I started picking up all this Silver Age stuff I bought last year. I mean, just my God, the stuff I bought last year, and what I'm sitting on now. I'm so happy.
I just saw a 9.8 sell on eBay today for 1,100, so that's why I said that. But if it's 13, I'm cool with that too. I need
that
my
fourth print that I have. I was hoping it would start going back up, but it sold for $310 today, so that's kind of hot garbage.
Yeah.
Because it sold for $570 like a month ago.
Dang, maybe I looked at. I don't know. Maybe I looked at an old one. I thought it was 1,100. Can you imagine? Jesus, and that book is like $3.99 a few months ago. Crazy.
I bought a freaking Spider-Man book this week. I ain't gonna say which one, but I bought a freaking Spider-Man book.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the Avengers 4 to hit about 22, 24. Then I'll sell it, be done with it.
See, my thing is, like, if I'm gonna buy a book to invest in, like, it's gonna be a decently long-term investment, and I'm gonna buy a book that I don't really have any attachment to and have no problem letting go. So I bought a Spider-Man book.
I brought Captain America Avengers 4 because nobody cares about Captain America.
Dude, you say what you want to. You were still psyched about having that book. You thought it was cool that you had that book. So
Okay,
say what you want.
So real, like, I want to take a picture of it every day and post it.
He thinks we can hear him, but his microphone sucks, so we can't hear him. I think he ended up swapping mics with Roscoe or something.
No. All right, hold on. Can you hear me now?
No, we cannot hear you, Roscoe.
Little son of a gun.
Heard that.
I bet you did. I turned my volume up 200%. Oh, you know what it is? I bet you it's actually my internal.
It's not even hitting your mic now. It don't even sound like your mic is on.
Okay. Anyways,
there it is. Now it's loud. I wish you would have
Is
had
it
it like
loud?
that the whole. Yeah, like you weren't loud earlier either when I told you to turn your mic up. Like it literally didn't change. But Al Snow said it was cool, so I was like, all right.
He said it was great.
He did.
But is it much better now?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, y'all could have said something earlier. It
I
was
did.
probably like, well, I mean, like you could have been like, hey, it still sucks after Al Snow left.
No, because what if he's still watching?
He could be.
I don't want that email.
I should have been like, Eric, send me Al Snow's cell phone number. I'll call him and we'll just get it done. No, that'd been weird. Hey guys, check out Comics Pro Line.
Mm-hmm.
Buy some backer boards and books, stuff from them. Tell Tony Two Brothers Comics sent you, and then we don't get anything, but it's it's good.
And you're not getting anything off, but still,
It's a good backer board.
Yeah,
I enjoy it. They're nice.
This coming Friday, we got the hunt. I will be going up against Roscoe, and he's not doing it. I'm sorry. I thought I was gonna take it easy on him, but things happened, and
my neck.
I'm not taking it easy on him. But Chris Barrett is gonna come in for the first time. He'll be on the hunt, competing, and he will be winning the YouTube TV champion. And Tony is going against Man Cave Comics. Tony just hit the longest reigning cover champ ever. He was tied with me, and then he blew past me. And
I'm trying to figure out how soon it's going to be before you end up on that rapping show, because I know you're dumb butt to want to do that. He's going to show up as Slim Shady. You should show up as Fat Shady.
I don't want to go hurt anybody's feelings. I can't do that.
I knew as soon as I saw that, I'm like, Dustin will be on that next week.
Nah, I'm not going to go on there and hurt nobody's feelings, man. It's not.
I would truly, legitimately feel weird about it.
I know you would.
Yeah,
it would definitely be. There would definitely be a whole lot of past midnight content going on. I promise.
Yeah.
Some of it we probably wouldn't be able to come back from.
No. No. If you went on there, you would have to go there as Dustin, not as 2BC.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And I don't even think that would be good enough. I think I'd have to like just like a voice changer and not put my face on there. Yeah.
Oh, well, we did tell Justin that it was going to be an early night tonight, and it's not. So
no, I was just starting to play poker this time last night, so I'm ready.
Yep. Well, I enjoyed the conversation tonight. I think it was great. We didn't even do a top 10 or anything. It was good. We had good conversations.
Yeah. Should we do a show off next week?
It's Mother's Day, so I don't know if we should do.
Oh yeah, that's right. No show next weekend, guys. It's Mother's Day.
So we'll do maybe the Al Snow do like a Sunday stream or something. Maybe we'll try because I know I'll be traveling, so maybe Dustin can jump on and do something, or we can try earlier, or just something quick. Follow us on Instagram, and we'll tell you if you won.
Yeah.
We'll just pick somebody to
for the Al Snow giveaway. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do something for that.
And it's 11 full days, so we have some time.
Yeah, but yeah, we're no Babble-on next weekend.
Which means no super chat.
So videos coming out this week. Top 50 from me. I've got the books that my wife and I have decided to invest in lately. 3 pretty big books. So that'll be coming out. We might have a short coming out about the first race between Superman and Flash, maybe.
Maybe if I can get to it. No, I'm gonna get back into doing that.
I can't think of anything else right offhand that I've got.
I've got a couple videos queued up, but
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna put them or not because, like, again, one of them was kind of dissing on the Hellfire Gala.
We've kind of been going in like waves where like for a whole week it might like be all you, and then like another week it might be like all me. Which I mean I'm cool with that because it kind of gives us, you know, I don't know. Sometimes like I feel bad if like I'm putting 20 videos in there and you don't get to do one. So I like it. It's been good.
Well, no, and my work has kind of been difficult the past few weeks. We lost somebody on our team, so I've been literally like 2 times the workload. So I've been in the office every day versus being able to record a video at lunch or a couple at lunch and editing those and throwing those up. So yeah, when do we get an all Justin week?
I've got 4 people on my team and none of them will do anything. So I know how that is.
I don't know what this means, but I think it's good and I appreciate it.
Y'all slapped tonight?
Are we slap hands? Slap hands. Everybody slap hands.
I didn't hit anybody. I don't understand.
I think he's just saying that because he won.
Okay.
But what it was like whenever Dylan taught me what capping meant. I felt cool.
Like comics or America?
No, like lying. I think that's what they say. Yeah, I don't know.
Capping means lying now?
Yeah, why you capping or something? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm just here for the ride.
The jargon nowadays is not good. I'm not enjoying that at all.
I know what WAP means.
Who?
WAP.
The dance video.
Yeah, I'm making a joke.
WAP. That thing Sydney used to dance to all the time at Cowboys.
No. It's taken on a whole new meaning.
I don't listen to trash. I mean, all the music that's come out lately is just
take it easy, Nick.
All right, man.
We appreciate. Hey, tell your friends if you got any friends, tell them to come on over. If we hit 5K before July 1, I'm gonna punch Dustin right in his 2 big front teeth.
Bro,
wait, I'm supposed to cut my hair a certain way too, aren't I?
Yeah.
There ain't no way. There ain't no way. Like that's dead.
It still could happen, but like YouTube is just they swapped that algorithm.
We didn't even hit 150 new subs in April, so
we did.
No, we didn't. I checked today. 145.
No, that was last 28 days. You got to look at all
I checked
April.
Just for April.
Give me 1 second.
But yeah, I ain't even training anymore. I said, man, not happening. I'm still doing stuff, but I'm not like boxing training every day like I was. Nope.
All right, all of April says 195.
Well, that's not what the hell mine says.
I'm telling you, you probably just looked last 28 days. It's an honest mistake.
I'm telling you, I changed it to April because I told Justin, I said, hold on, let me look for just April.
I don't know. But it does also have an asterisk where it says there's some subscriber or data miscounts or something like that for like 6 days at the beginning of the month. And you remember that was kind of when our stuff would go up or down like 10 or 15, then up, down 15, then up 15, then down 15. So it's weird, man.
We hit some subs at some point tonight.
So Well, we
should've
jumped.
screenshotted it because I told Justin, I was like, we haven't even hit 150 yet.
Yeah, we had 30 new subs yesterday, so that might have been what it was.
Mm.
So, but it's all good, man. I mean, it
Probably
happens.
should give us a fight anyways. Nah, bro. It's like that one guy said, if you're good at something, you never do it for free. Sup?
Yeah, I don't know. Dustin would rap like Slim Shady style, but he'd be Fat Shady.
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't represent a sellout.
Well, he's not Slim Shady anymore. He's Eminem. I'm talking.
He's a sellout's what he is.
But anyways, well, guys, are y'all ready to go to bed? My back's starting to get sore, and
I'm
need
not
to
going
go.
to bed, bro. I am straight up fixing to sit on the couch and play the crap out of some Monster Jam.
Yeah, no, I'm about to go take some Sudafed and go night-night. So, Justin, what are you about to go do, man? Right on.
I don't know. You know, there's a certain food stream that's going on. I might make an appearance there, or I might go to sleep.
Go hang out with the burritos. It's been a minute since we've seen the burritos.
I know it's been great.
I should go over there and do some magic for them.
Oh, you should. 100%.
Maybe hit them with one of my.
We just better not see our logo on Tyler's genitals.
No, and I'm probably not
his, or his bottom.
No, not happening. Boom. And there it goes. We'll just slide it down there, put it right in the middle.
I, on this platform, only one of us can control things, and it's Nick. I can't control anything, so I can't even make this stop.
Justin, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
There?
I mean, I wanted you to stop like 3 hours ago.
Oh, I hate you. All right.
All I'm saying is Adrian Pandawesome to be casted as Bo.
Oh, sorry, Nick. Can you start over?
Okay, yeah. Ready?
I wasn't paying attention. Okay, stop.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. You did it.
Cool.
It's magic. I know.
It's magic.
I know, guys. It's amazing.
Bro, oh, hey, do you know what else I have just sitting here next to me?
What?
I've also got this sitting right here.
We got pens out here.
We do. All right, guys. You're the best part of Two Brothers Comics. Go watch Dustin.
Except for Tyler, because he sucks.
That boy, he's gonna have all kind of weird stuff on his Instagram tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Sorry, Beans, bro. These are limited editions, man. These are not for the best part of Two Brothers Comics.
They're for the worst part.
What was you gonna say? Go watch me what?
Talk about the Mortal Kombat movie, because so Dustin won't get his feelings hurt.
Oh, dude, I don't care. I'm just like the movie happened.
Hey, it did break records, streaming records. It made a lot of money.
I know, dude. I'm pumped. And I've been seeing a